Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all gender identities, welcome to 0 Hours Played, where the phrase massive rocket keeps coming to mind, and I just don't know what to do about it. So Zach's going to build one.
Well, first what we're going to do is we're going to check. We've been scanning the moon.
So have our moon scans come in?
The moon scans are doing. I don't think they're quite done yet. They're probably pretty close. That's pretty close.
That looks like 75% to me.
How do we get like the better information? Biome. Moon does not have biomes, I guess. Let's just.
Did we send the biome scanner up to the moon?
We did.
Then the moon does not have biomes.
It makes some sense to me that the moon does not have biomes. Don't you agree? There's no atmosphere.
I mean, I guess it depends on exactly what your definition of biome is. It does contain the word bio, so by definition.
Apparently the moon does have biomes.
Oh, okay. We're just not looking hard enough?
Yeah. We have a 7% scan. So let's go back to that.
You should maybe load that all the way up then. That does not look like 7% to me.
Let's check on this real quick. Let's see what's actually happening up there.
Because I don't know what the biome.
We have this.
Yeah, I know we have that. Did it run out of juice?
You can't just double click it. At one point I thought you could double click it.
I used to be able to double click it.
Aha, I've discovered the problem. It's for some reason.
It helps if you turn the thing on.
It helps if you turn it on. Good thing we caught that. I don't know
why got it eventually.
The wrong scanner was on. Can we get some science from this? No. Okay, now is it in a polar enough orbit? It's probably fine.
I forgot to tweet, so I'm gonna take a photo of you.
Sure. Me looking at rockets?
Yeah.
So, the thing I wanted to do today, we have built a space station. Actually, let's go show the space station. Fun. Because we successfully got something into orbit. Like a large, heavy thing. There's a scientist in it. And everything. The problem is that Jeanette here does not have any science to do on her science ship. She has 0 science. So we need to bring her some science. Luckily, we have always these docking ports on this, which we put there just in case. And it turns out we're going to need them. So, we're going to send her some science.
Oh, right. I remember we were trying to do that.
Yeah. We were trying to do that, and it went badly last week.
What the hell is your Twitter name again?
Just don't bother. I haven't looked at it in...
I was going to mention you. Alright, fine.
We don't need this. There's no... This is empty, right? This is... I just want to get rid of this because it was causing problems last week. This is, I believe, an empty crew capsule. Yes, which we rescued somebody from before. Good.
Ah, that was the thing that was throwing us off.
Yes, it just popped up the wording that it would say it would kill all the crew, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't
there's
full
no
of crew
to kill them.
Yes. So let's just get rid of this. It's in roughly the same orbit, and I clicking on it by accident and not the space station. I wish you could turn all these extra rockets off in other modes, but...
We discovered how to do that.
Not when we're flying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know about them when you're flying. I mean, you might not, but a wiser man would.
Sure. I mean... Okay, so we're going to take...
Why are so many of the parts grayed out?
Because I haven't put a base down.
Oh, those can be bases as well?
Yes. Oh. I was trying to explain this to you at one point. That, like, there's randomly some parts you could just build a rocket on. I don't know why it's, like...
Why, like, there's a wing?
Wheels and heat shields and, like...
Huh.
Because, like, fuselage and fuel tanks make some sense to place as a start, but, like, wheels. Anyway, Saturn 2.5. That's our most successful long-term rocket. and I want to make a version of this. This like
Without the top bits.
without the top bits.
And we've done that several times.
We've never saved it though, which is the problem.
We should consider doing that, maybe.
Yeah. Let's just take the important bits. So we need batteries and flight computer stuff.
So you're going to
And
keep
that-
the probe body?
I think, well, this one was going to be a probe anyway, because if we send somebody else up to the space station, they'll be stuck on the space station, at least temporarily.
Did we not want to do that?
We could hire a new scientist and send them up, but we don't have another scientist. Because we have somebody at the space station already. So we're just
True.
gonna...
Okay, fair enough. Hey, Total Warrior, how's it going?
Hey, Totem Warrior. What's new with Total War? I've been paying a little bit of attention. It's the, Total War 2 is coming, Total War Hammer 2 is coming out. And, for whatever reason, what's the developer called? Creative Assembly puts way more effort into promoting their game than most companies do. They've got 4 races, and they announced the game about 4 months before it was coming out, I think. And so
Okay.
each month has been devoted to one of the races. And they just spattered little bits of information throughout the entire month about the whole.
This just sounds
Faction.
like you're interested in this game's PR campaign, which
It's
is...
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
It's
that.
a very effective PR campaign. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
What do I want to put on this? Thank you.
Hey,
for
thank you for subscribing,
Oh,
Total
subscribing!
Warrior.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Awesome,
Thank
Total
you
Warrior.
for subscribing.
What was I putting on here?
Yeah,
Okay, we
have
need
different sounds. Remember?
right different sounds.
Gotta learn all
yes.
the different sounds.
Gotta learn all the different sounds. I want like that, so I can put solar panels
Just
on
a
it
trunk for solar panels.
and some science bits.
Did
Actually, no, we should put a science trunk on that. That's what this needs. It's like a what? What were you saying?
Didn't we start doing this at the end of last stream?
Yeah, but the problem
It
was
blew up, right?
it blew up.
Right.
That was the problem. Also, because that part of the rocket was very inferior. The top part of the rocket had a cute robot on it.
Yeah, Total Warrior. we gotta start adding emotes. We just kind of got
What was it, like a few days ago now?
yeah, it was like mid last week that we got the ability to do subs and emotes. So
Yes.
I don't know. Let us know what kind of emotes would you like to see. I don't even know how many that we get.
Surely we get like one at
It was
least,
Friday.
right?
Was it Friday? I thought it was Thursday.
I could have sworn it was Thursday.
Either way, it has only been a couple of streams that the ability to sub has been a thing.
It was kind of a shock, to me at least. I'm not sure if other people had heard it was coming so quickly, but
I knew that an announcement was imminent, but I
Mhm.
figured they were gonna announce that an announcement was imminent, and then the announcement would be like, okay, now in a couple of weeks, or you'll have to hit a button or something.
Right.
But no, it was
no,
just
just like on.
boom, everyone has subs now.
So yeah, so we were not given a chance to create emotes, which do take a little bit of time to make, more than no time, which is what we were given.
As the two of us are the
Mm-hmm.
Schmuckco arts team, I guess.
More or
I mean,
less.
there are more artists here, but we do most of the digital stuff.
We've at
that
least
is-
done all of the art that's currently available.
yeah, all the
on-
art, all the logos, and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm. Is there any other science bits I should stick in this thing?
You got.
I got the telescope. Let's
Thermometers.
shove a telescope on it. Why not?
I mean, don't make it a face again. That didn't work well last time. I'm sorry for my suggestions.
No, the actual face didn't cause any problems. I don't think
It was just too big.
it was. Yeah,
Well, yeah, fine. Then if the face didn't cause problems, the thing that's missing from this rocket
it
is
was a face. That's missing from this rocket.
Those are at a weird angle.
Oh, that's because I didn't turn snap on. There we go. Is that more aesthetic?
You're only kind of sort of here because you're on FIFA? Cool.
Have you ever played FIFA, Chris?
I have played FIFA. FIFA is probably the only sports game that I've ever willingly played.
I think the same is true for me. Although the willingness was
Less
not,
so?
it was not entirely willing. It was not.
Of all of the sports, I think that soccer is the best of the sport.
I would agree with that. I've followed the World Cup at least.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the
Twice?
World Cup. You gotta watch the World Cup.
Not everyone watches the World Cup.
You gotta watch the World Cup. 2.5 science friend.
Oh, I should probably change some of the rest of the name.
No, just call it the 2.5 science friend.
We're gonna put the colon.
No,
No,
call it the
no,
2.5 science.
Sure,
No,
sure.
take off the Saturn. And call
Oh,
it the 2.5 science friend.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
Let's save this. We might want to send this up again.
exactly. This is like, you know how the ISS has resupply missions for like
Yeah,
food and water and,
exactly.
and oxygen and
This
stuff?
is our science resupply
we
vessel.
resupply science. They also resupply science, just more on the food and the water. But
I mean,
luckily, Kerbals don't need to eat.
yeah, Kerbal's not that important. The food thing. Okay. Do we bring the Science Junior up with us? I don't think so. Let's just shove it here, though.
You got to keep it on the outside so we don't run into it.
It's on the outside?
No, I know, but it was on the inside for a second there.
I thought about putting it on in a more sane, shall we say, way. Okay.
Why didn't you save it again?
Because I'm an idiot.
Okay, cool. Now we've clarified that.
Because this happens every single time, and it causes the next flight would have gone terribly. That's so we're gonna revert to the vehicle assembly so I can save it. Okay, now let's launch. So first, we're gonna do the science on the launch pad, stick it in a rocket, and then launch. It's an important first step. So we're not actually going to get any science data for this, but that's not important because we're actually we're not getting any science points. We're getting science data. See the data size here?
Right. It's the amount of bits of science
The bits.
that we take up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we go inside our fairing, and we have maybe the fairing was a bad idea. Oop. Why can I not go back up there? I want to go. Having some camera troubles here. Okay. Can I just peek inside the fairing, or do I have to just deploy it? Which would be irritating.
Why are you getting inside the fairing?
Because I need to touch this. I need to touch that box. There we go. Now we have 4 experiments in there.
Okay. So this is
Now-
working.
Yes. What was the camera key? Do you remember? It's like
V?
There we go. Whoop. Don't want to do that one. Let's go with auto. I think auto is the one I want.
I think that's what you said you liked.
Let's turn on stability assist. Let's check. Let's set the space station as a target. And let's launch it. Do we shift up or down on this one?
Up.
Up.
Need to be above 50%.
Slightly higher than that.
So yeah, what should the Schmuckco subscriber emoji, emoticon, whatever it's called, be?
I don't know. I don't really use emoticons in everyday life. I've not caught the
You're
bug.
the wrong one to ask.
Yeah, I'm not sure what people are looking for in a Twitch emoticon. Part of me would say that maybe something that would be more generally used than just an inside joke, but at the same time, people really love inside jokes. So
Do we have any good inside jokes on this channel?
I don't think we have
I
any
don't know
long-term inside jokes, unfortunately. Not at least that I'm part of.
Oh, it's certainly not that we're part of. Like, I don't know how you could do #Galcom as an icon.
Yes, that probably is our longest running inside joke, but the visual on that is I'm not sure. What is, like, the space we're talking about here is very small, right? It's
It's that size.
yeah. How many pixels?
In terms of pixels, you need to do one that is 28 by 28, 56 by 56, and 112 by 112.
28 by 28 is very, very small.
I don't know. I usually do smaller icons, but
You
yes.
do? Okay.
Well, I do smaller black and white icons.
Right. I'm all in the like
a 16 by 16 or
going
20 by 20.
far too fast. I should be paying more attention.
I mean, it's okay. Just
fine.
upper atmosphere. It's fine.
See, I forgot the important thing we need to do here, which is like
Set the target.
no, we set
Deploy
the
the
target.
fairing?
No, like we have a whole bunch of
Match orbits.
better space bits. I wanted to put our better space bits on this.
Oh, build a better rocket.
Make this rocket, which is really good and slightly better, by like putting RCS boosters on here and shit like that.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
It would have been really smart. In fact,
sorry, I was distracted.
No,
looking
it's
about icons.
It's not your fault.
Thinking about what icons I have to make.
I'm supposed to be playing the game. I shouldn't need a backdoor backseat rocket scientist. I'm kind of tempted to just reset the mission right now because the way I did Rendezvous was entirely RCS.
All right.
Such a clean
I'm
launch
just
though.
along for the ride. So
I know, I understand.
you could probably swap out some like bigger engines and
Yeah, we should
like
just
a
make
bigger second stage. You know, call it a Saturn 3. You don't want to go all the way to a Saturn 5?
the.
I don't think Saturn 3 was a thing, but why not?
I like it. Okay, so first of all, let's tuck. Where are we gonna tuck the RCS? Probably here, like under this.
Can you put them inside that thing?
What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean inside?
Inside the cone adapter. Or do we have an RCS tank?
That's what I was thinking, is we have an RCS tank and I was going to put it here. Okay, well, I know we have a tank that has monopropellant in it. Do we have a large one of those?
That's probably fine. Just put that on top of your second stage?
You mean just like this?
Yeah.
We could even go in here and like, I don't know, this is
If
that, but I don't think that's a
I
good
don't think
idea.
that helps much.
Yeah.
You still have the thrust to weight ratio to take
Wait.
off.
It's small, but we have it.
I guess you could put that right below the fairing,
Yeah, I could put that right below the fairing.
or even on the probe body.
Although at the same time, I wouldn't really mind extra. How much RCS is this versus? Okay, that's 100. That was 200. How much is this? That's 60. But we usually put 4. So 4 times 60 is 240. Okay, so it's pretty close already.
I would put the small tank on the actual ship itself. And
Oh, then we can.
you could put
RCS
a few,
it.
RCSs on there as well. Then you have
Yeah.
plenty of fuel. It'll all
Mhm.
cross flow together.
This is an excellent point.
Sorry, I was supposed to be critiquing the appearance of this. Give it wibbly arms.
Wibbly arms. What is the difference between all of these? These use the same.
You're going to be looking at the.
These are slightly more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better. Okay, for sure. I don't know what the difference.
If you stop moving so quickly, I could possibly tell you.
Thrust
Those are
power 0.4.
those are identical.
RCS squad.
With all the displayed numbers, those are identical.
Which
I like the tall ones better.
I think they're actually visually identical as well. Oh, they're not. One is taller.
I like the gray ones better.
The short ones?
Yeah, maybe the short ones. I don't know.
Cool. We'll go with those.
Can't just put a fairing back on.
Actually, it fits just fine because I made it way too big.
It actually worked this time. I was saying you physically can't just put a fairing back on. in this game.
Oh, it's a one-time thing?
You've always had problems with that before.
Yes, we have. Did I put 4 on here? 1, 2, 3. I want 4, right?
3, 5, it's all good.
Is it?
I mean,
Don't you want one on every direction?
Well, there aren't really
Directions?
No, but there aren't 4 axes.
That's true. Maybe 3 is correct.
It depends on if you want 3 degrees of freedom or 6 degrees of freedom, where you want to put it, really. So if you want 6 degrees of freedom, then you want to have 2 sets of 4 on your extremities, because that'll let you rotate by pushing in the opposite directions.
Right. Yes.
That's translate by pushing both sides in one direction.
Mm-hmm. Do you know when the World Cup qualifiers end for EUFA?
I don't know what the EUFA is.
I'm guessing that's the European side of FIFA, but I don't know what the A is. Football Association. I'm guessing it's European Football Association or European Union Football Association. I don't know.
Skynet Slayer, I don't think Total Warrior is in chat, but I suppose I could look that up for you. Or, you're not hosting a stream right now.
And clearly have access to the internet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Maybe you could look that up for you.
So, what better engines should we put on this? We have all these engines. Do you have any idea what better engines to put on here? Like, I don't know, going...
No.
This is a big slot.
Actually, I don't know. The main engine might be fine.
The mainsail is probably fine. These, I don't know.
If you want to keep it liquid, those liquid boosters are probably good, unless you want...
I'm tempted to go to solid, because we built the other one with solid, and it works so well.
Solid boosters are...
very efficient?
Very efficient. If you want to go right up, and you don't really care about anything else, you'll want to put those on...
Yeah, these are going on Separatrons, right?
Decouplers.
Sepratron.
Separaton is a ullage motor.
Right. They might actually want those too. We have fancy radial decouplers now. I think these are fancier, right? These are...
So those don't have cross feed.
Well, we don't need cross feed.
We don't need cross feed. Those will keep the things further away. Give it a shot.
None of this says, like, how much it can carry, but we'll find out.
We don't have those kind of limits. Don't worry about it.
No, they get very unhappy if you put too much weight on them. I remember that. I mean, they could have changed that, I guess.
Oh, also, you may not want to make them collide with the wings.
That's a good point. That's definitely going to lead to some explosions. I just thought I put them on the same axis as they were before, for some reason. Okay.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, we definitely did not. Where's the little... I mean, that's too much. I thought we got the tiny little
I don't
one.
think you want an ullage motor.
Just to make sure they leave?
This is not big enough to need one.
I guess we just have to remember not to do it under thrust. I just remembered something else this needs.
I don't think liking soccer makes you un-American, Alan.
How would it make you un-American?
Because he's asking about Europe before America's birthday.
Oh. People in America like
Save?
Yeah. Oh,
now launch. Oh, and maybe rename it. But if you rename it, you have to save it again.
That's true.
3 1/3.
Sure, make it just...
Because you put the extra tank on as well.
Yeah. The A probably shouldn't be capitalized, but it's fine. Okay.
Too late now.
Back to the launch.
And so this rocket is both called the 2.5 science friend and the 3 1/3 science friend. It's the same rocket.
Yeah.
Just pointing
It's
that
slightly
out.
different.
No, you saved exactly this rocket.
And then I saved
2.5
it
science
with the...
friend, and then you saved it again.
Okay. Great. Toggle log pressure data, save it. Log.
So we're gathering all of this science about what the launch pad looks like, and we're going to send it to space, where they can analyze what the launch pad looks like from space.
So that's more clever than what I was imagining they were going to do with it.
What did you think they were going to do with it?
I hadn't really figured it out. Like, compare and contrast makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's.
No,
reset the
they
camera.
can't see the launch pad from space. They're not comparing anything.
That's
They're
true. They're just gonna like
taking these atmospheric readings, but studying them in space.
Don't you know if you do science in space, it's just better?
Oh yeah, no, it's totally worth more.
All the staging got reset. Of course.
That'll just be an added bonus fun for you.
Every single time we watch this?
Next time you want to watch it, yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna turn this way down and just put it on the first stage, the big engine. Because why not? I think it'll be easier for me.
You mean you're going to turn off the main engine and just use the 3 solid boosters?
Yes, basically. But it's also good. The main engine is going to be fired. Set it as a target. It's the important next step. This was our most successful launch.
Because I saw what you did there, but I didn't say anything.
Okay, I'm going to do this properly.
You do not want all of the launch clamps on the same stage.
No, the real problem was the Separatrons.
Yeah, the Separatrons and the launch clamps were on the same stage.
Yep, that's how you want them. Pretty sure. I like how Skynet said this rocket feels right before that happened. In real rocketry, they have explosions like that
in a simulator.
You might.
I don't know why I put that emphasis on the word simulator there.
When they develop simulators.
When did they? What type of simulator?
To figure out if your rocket would explode.
What type of simulator is that? That covers a whole lot of different things.
There's a lot of kinds of simulators?
Oh, yeah.
Stop turning. I hate it when you turn.
They're still talking about soccer.
Soccer. Cool. Does that mean the World Cup is soon? Or is
World Cup is in 2018.
Right, so it is soon.
It is soon. Alan was asking when the time is that they stopped playing the last qualifying games.
Right.
For the World Cup.
I thought everyone got in, or I guess they don't. We didn't check the thrust for weight ratio. Is it now just garbage, and this thing won't actually go up?
I think it was fine, but
it won't go up.
Why is it not going up?
Because it really wants to go sideways for some reason. It's decided sideways is the boys. I don't think this.
I don't know what.
I think it's too heavy.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah, me neither. I'm sorry for having.
See, I cannot pay attention. I'm the co-host. I'm supposed to talk to chat.
You have a good excuse. I have no excuse. Okay, so
and answer your stupid science
fine
questions.
Here. It's okay. It's actually okay. Why is it?
135 is not okay.
135.
087
is real bad.
Is real bad. You want to be above 3. Set your goal at being at 3.
3? Okay. 3.
And then if you want it to last for a whole long time, you want the minimum thrust to be about 3, and then the maximum thrust to be really big, and then you just turn the rocket down. The problem with those Globe SRBs is they are ICBMs, so they don't only burn for like 30 seconds.
Yes. How's long this?
No, Zach is allowed to ask the science questions. He's not allowed to get distracted when I answer them. He's supposed to keep building the rocket.
Mm-hmm. It's 2 points, but these are kind of one stage.
I mean, that's just at the minimum thrust that I'm recommending.
Yes.
And
when they
when they drop off, you're below it.
We're screwed. Yeah. Is there a better engine than this? There has to be, right? Maybe not. Okay, what are we looking at here? Max thrust is 1379, which is a lot of thrust.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of thrust.
That's nowhere close. I mean, this thing is going to be more, but that's we're not putting that on this rocket.
You can put that on this rocket.
You really think this is?
If you want to, sure.
See what it. Let's.
Yeah.
We don't really want
Put
three
like
of
6
them.
of them on there.
Okay. There we go.
And then I would probably take the solid boosters off
Yeah.
and replace them with liquid boosters.
3.7 for a minute and a half. It's a good start.
If you put some liquid boosters on there and you give it a little bit
Yeah.
of a kick at the start, it'll probably work real good.
One like these, probably. Do we want these to pop off?
Probably.
Probably. There is the crossfeed and stuff.
Yeah, if you use the radial decouplers instead of the extended ones on the arms, the radial ones have crossfeed.
Right. Yes, I believe they do. We have those.
We do. That's what.
Oh, these have.
Or no, not the hydraulic ones. The radial decoupler. Yeah. Crossfeed is toggled
In editor, default to off. Okay. I was like, it's got red text. That means it doesn't work.
It helps if you read.
No.
No? Okay.
No. Did that? Okay, let's just check to make sure.
And check a random one.
Okay, good. They all three updated at the same time. Now we need to pick engines for this.
You pick the engine with the 2.
With the engine with the 2? Sure.
That one.
Or that one.
I don't remember. The one of them that's the right size, I think? Yeah,
Yep.
that one.
Now we're looking at... That's real bad.
Try a tank that has more fuel in it. And weighs less.
More fuel and...
Those engines are so heavy that was taking your thrust down?
Yes. These engines can't lift themselves, it seems like.
Okay, then maybe not those engines. I thought those were the ones that had the most thrust.
Okay, well, how about the good old non-gimbal reliant? Nope.
That's even a worse thrust to weight ratio on that.
Swivels never let us astray. This is weird.
I don't think those are great tanks.
Okay, let's try different tanks.
Oh, also, are you cross-feeding between here and here? You have to be, right?
I would assume that... Okay, let's just put this back for 1 second and see if I do one adjustment. Because I know this will cross-feed. So we just put like that. And then put the engines back on and see what happens.
And actually, that whole bottom thing is just the engine, right?
It is just an engine. It's very... Does it have fuel or anything in it? It does. It comes with fuel.
Oh, it is a tank. Okay.
It is a tank too. Yeah, so that didn't change anything about
Then
this.
maybe you just
Use this.
use that thing.
I mean, would
It's
you
an
maybe
awful-
take that off? Take this tank off?
You
just
said
leave
you
it?
wanted to have way too much burn time.
I do want way
You're
too
going
much
to be at
burn.
100% thrust the whole time, so
Oh, it's down. It's down a lot. Okay, yeah.
I say just
2
launch
minutes.
it.
Yeah, sure. Let's save this. Consider moving the fins also, I think is a thing I should consider.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely. I would rotate those around so they're not sticking out of the cowls. That looks good.
Doesn't look
Doesn't
great.
look great, but it looks okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Ouija
Ouija
Power.
Power, how's it going?
I should come up with more science questions. It's always hard.
I'm not always gonna have answers.
I know
for
you're
you,
not.
You know,
I know.
like I can look stuff up.
Whoop.
Yeah, like I said, you have to be at
100%
100%
thrust the whole time. Yeah.
I don't know if this is the kind of rocket that you try and go sideways with.
It may not be. It's definitely a rocket.
Like, I think if you'd wanted this thing to turn, like, directions, you should have put the massive diameter, what do they call it? reaction wheel.
Yeah, I should put the massive diameter reaction wheel. That thing,
Okay, now you can start taking it down a little bit because you're still in the low atmosphere.
and we're
you're
speeding
going
up too
fast.
much. Okay.
I want to stay in the 350s. Don't. That's too slow. You do want to accelerate a little bit. Okay, now you're good. Probably. Yeah. Oh, Ouija Power, you're in Florida? Cool.
I have heard, no offense, I've heard Florida's bad. That was only people who were forced to go to Disney Florida. For not, like, I have a friend who works for Disney theme parks, and she worked at Disney Florida and hated it. Hated everything about it. And now hates Florida. I don't think it's Florida's fault so much as it's Disney's fault.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I guess
my only perspective.
I
on
wouldn't want
Florida.
to work at Disneyland, but I don't understand people who hate Disneyland.
It's like not. It's like living at Disneyland. Could you agree that maybe after a month that might get old?
A little bit. Like, no, I'm saying, I can understand you wouldn't want to work at Disneyland, but people who hate it in general, I don't totally get. I have not seen the Doctor Who finale yet. Heard it was
Oh,
good.
I've actually been watching that this time, and it's been decent, surprisingly to me. Which is a little unfair,
I have
guess.
not watched any of this season. I should probably get back into it.
It's way better than last season. I don't know if that's like.
I only watched a little bit of last season because last season was garbage.
It's way better.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna turn out to be good. It seems like you should have watched last season to get like possibly full enjoyment out of this one.
I mean, if I'm gonna get back into it, I'll figure out exactly where I stopped off and start
Where
again.
are we right now?
I heard they teased the Christmas special as well, right? You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not sure if I ever
You
was
like
a huge
to
fan of Doctor
cheat
Who.
the single rider line at Expedition Everest. Yeah, we all got to have our hobbies.
Stop going up. Going up is bad now.
I have not been to Disneyland in a long time. I don't think I've been to the one in Florida since I possibly ever, or maybe when I was like
I'm pretty sure
6 or something.
I've never been, so it would have had to have been when you were like 6, or more recently than that. But should I just stop and then wait till I'm over here?
You're the one who knows, who thinks you know how to do orbits.
I think I know how to do orbits, but then you tell me that SpaceX just does it in one shot, and I'm like super jealous of SpaceX.
Yeah, but they're
Because I can't do it in one shot. I don't know how.
they're also smart enough to have built like a rocket that they can actually land on a boat and then fly again. So
It's true. They also have computers.
they do have computers. The computers are the ones that make a lot of the like minute-to-minute decisions about which direction to point the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the scientists like pick the general direction.
Well, yeah, they like plan things, and then they ask the computer if their plan will work,
Yeah.
and then the computer says yes or no.
Yeah.
I'm just jealous that they have a computer at all. I mean, I have a computer that tells me numbers, but it doesn't even tell me if the numbers are good or bad. It just says them.
I mean, we could just install MechJeb.
We could just install MetJeb,
and the game will just play itself then, right?
it does seem less fun to me, also.
It'll eventually like kick us out and tell us to stop designing such stupid rockets.
I mean, it might be fun for like 5 minutes to try to break MechJeb by just giving it shittier and shittier or like too powerful rockets and see what happens. But I don't think long-term fun is there. Okay, so now we need to fix this orbit because it's atrocious. At least it's atrocious if we want to actually ever meet up with the space station. I'm just gonna make sure that that is the space station. So it's ahead of us, so we want to be outside because we want to go faster. So right on that count. This is a bad orbit. It's okay, we need to circularize.
What's a group and not a single dude? I'm not following.
Disneyland or Doctor Who?
I don't know. Skynet's lawyer said single rider line FTW. It's also a group and not just a single dude.
Maybe it's
Oh, SpaceX, yes.
Oh, right,
SpaceX.
okay. I'm sorry, I'm talking like SpaceX is a person. No, I wasn't even thinking of Elon Musk. I was just thinking of SpaceX as a personified individual.
Like, extra credits, a little stick figure dude just with the SpaceX logo as
Yes,
the face.
instead of yes, basically. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought that's what we were talking about.
Is there a problem with personifying companies?
SpaceX is not a country yet.
Like how we have to say yet. I mean, it could be a planet, sort of.
They're not going to take over the whole planet. Probably. I mean, maybe, but probably not.
Well, okay. Question.
Sure.
That means it's more a philosophical question than a science question.
Right.
If you're the only person on a planet and you declare independence, have you not declared independence for the planet rather than just your tiny spot on the planet?
That would strictly depend on exactly what you were declaring independence on.
I guess.
Like, for example, if you didn't want to piss off other people, you just claim some reasonable amount of the surface of Mars.
Instead of just saying Mars is mine now, shut up?
Yeah, if you say Mars is mine now, people are not going to respect that.
Mm-hmm. But if I say this 2-acre chunk of Mars is mine now, it's much easier
even if
to
you want to go big, you can say this 10,000 square miles, which I've built a fence around, and I'm going to hire, a dog with a gun. I don't know.
It's a robot dog.
Robot dog. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we need to fix our orbit still. Our inclination is bad.
Yeah,
no, actually, it's close. It's very close.
Wait, which orbit are we?
Okay. So
which orbit are we, and which orbit do we want to be?
Red orbit is bad. Okay. Red stands for bad. Red stands for stop. Don't go.
Red stands for don't pay attention to this one.
Yes. So we yellow is the one we're trying to hit, and blue is us.
Okay. Oh, well, we are actually close. I thought
our inclination node is less than 1, which is a good place to be.
That's good.
Yeah. It's more we're going inside and then outside, which is always a terrible issue. Okay, so I think we want to pull our periapsis out a little bit, and then do one of these. So pull this inside. No, that's fine. Where's their periapsis? They're here and there.
Stupid circular orbits.
That's what we want to do.
I'll take your word for it.
If our periapsis and apoapsis are in the same place, it's much easier to become closer or further away from them without intersecting their orbit in bad ways.
Orbital mechanics, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a circular orbit, which means it's harder to tell where the extents of it are versus a more extremely
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like if it's an elliptical orbit, you
can
just
be like,
look at it.
Aha,
that's the periapsis.
Mm-hmm. Does science use very elliptical orbits much? Like, are any satellites in those?
Oh yeah.
There?
There are satellites in any kind of arrangement in space that you can think of. There's probably a satellite there.
Why would I want to put my satellite in an extremely elliptical orbit?
You want to put a satellite in an extremely elliptical orbit? Well, usually you don't want it to stay in an elliptical orbit.
Ah, right.
But
getting into an elliptical orbit and then leaving it is a great way to get to a
transferring.
Place. Yeah.
That's also something you've got to do if you want to transfer to what do they call those? What is the name for a point in space where you can stay there between two bodies?
The Lagrange
point. Yeah.
Lagrange.
So if you want to get to a Lagrange point, you want to get into an orbit that is very elliptical around the Earth and the Lagrange point, because you can orbit a Lagrange point.
Yes, which is crazy because it's
an empty point.
It's an empty point in space. I know they like
you can orbit one just fine. Don't worry about it. So if you get into a highly elliptical orbit that has the Earth on one side and the Lagrange point on the other side, then you can raise your apogee from the one side of the Earth to the other side of the Earth, and then you're orbiting just around the
Lagrange point. Does this game have Lagrange points? It should, right?
I don't believe it can simulate Lagrange points properly.
I'm guessing the Lagrange point is a very complex simulation because it has to do with the.
You need to solve.
It has to do with gravity hanging out with other gravity and
Yes.
intersecting and weird stuff.
Kerbal Space Program does not, as far as I know, have 3-body interaction.
Okay, that's what's required for Lagrange, right? Because it's the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun all
No,
helping.
it's the 2 bodies that the Lagrange point is relative to,
and you.
and you.
Okay. I know there's also Lagrange points between if you pick any 2 bodies.
Any 2 bodies you can find Lagrange points.
Mhm.
They won't all have all 7 because sometimes the Lagrange points would be inside something else.
They still would technically have it, right? But not usefully.
so useful to orbit if it's
So,
slightly inside the planet.
while we're talking about Lagrange points, we're just getting ourselves closer.
Right.
We're just going doing a few orbits. But yeah, Lagrange points are one of the cooler space things, I think. Just in concept.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty neat idea. But there's a lot of satellites at Lagrange points.
Yeah. Well, this is a great place to put a satellite, right? Because it sticks
for all.
For a while.
Well, it doesn't. They
For a
don't
while.
stick as well as you would think they do.
I thought they stuck better than like just regular orbits do.
Well, they're relatively because you're not orbiting a massive body. It's easy to get knocked out of them.
Oh, okay. That makes
So
a lot of
just-
sense. Okay.
You have to keep exactly in the position that
Mhm.
you want to be, and any sort of variation in anything can throw you out. But so they're useful for a lot of things. One thing is if you want to put like a radio telescope in space, but
Mhm.
you don't want to hear Earth,
Yeah.
you can put it very far away from Earth. You put it, in fact, so far away from Earth that it would be on the opposite side of the sun, and therefore shielded by definition. Crazy old gamer.
Hello, welcome.
Can't stop thinking about how your head looks like a moon on the backdrop.
Yeah, I can see that.
I will read that one, crazy old gamer. That's fine.
That one's not so bad. I don't know. A lot of people comment.
A lot of people comment on Zach's head.
Yeah. It's quite shiny. Right now.
It is very shiny.
There are studio lights. That's like a
That-
major reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh no, we've reached this stage where we need to turn this
Turn the engine off.
engine off. This engine's a big ass engine.
New DuckTales trailer came out.
Yes, there's a new DuckTales animated TV show.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
It has, in fact, we were just talking about Doctor Who, the not Donald, the old duck. What, the Scrooge McDuck duck? That's the duck. It's
I
David
think
Tennant.
it's just Scrooge McDuck.
It's Scrooge McDuck. It's David Tennant.
It's David Tennant.
Yes.
Cool.
Work us a little quicker to this. I'm worried we're... Okay, I did turn it. I turned it down too much. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't watch that on stream because I would have no way of listening to it without streaming
Everyone
it
hearing
to
it.
everyone.
Yeah.
But I will definitely check that out. That sounds cool.
Are you
David Tennant should be in more things.
a fan of DuckTales?
I'm not a fan.
Okay. Let's do minor adjustment. That's
I just think David Tennant should be in more things. Like
yeah.
he was great in Broadchurch.
He was
Did you see
great in
that?
Broadchurch, yes. He was also great in Jessica Jones.
He was great in Jessica Jones. I kind of get those two things confused because I watched them like back to back, and he's sort of an angry cop in both of them.
Sort of, yeah. Have you seen the new season of Broadchurch? The most recent one?
Is there a third season?
Yes.
I have not seen the third season. I'll have to do that then.
It's very dark, obviously. It's Broadchurch.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was, in some ways, even darker than...
Even darker than Jessica Jones?
No, not dark. No.
Oh, okay.
Than the other seasons of Broadchurch.
Well, I mean, that's not a high bar.
They were depressing. But
Yeah.
Okay, so now... Where's the orbits? Our closest intersection. Moved all the way around the orbit, which is...
That's what you want to see. Right?
Sort of. Okay, so we're going to go around twice. Real quick here. One.
Yeah, I haven't seen the finale yet, so please don't spoil it too much for me.
I would also like to watch it.
Oh, yeah,
soon.
neither one of us have seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole season. So.
You might watch the whole season.
I definitely
you doing
will
that.
at some point. It'll, like, I probably won't watch this season until it goes up on Netflix, but
Mhm.
that means that I can start watching the last season now. So
I yeah, did any of you guys watch the last season? Would you recommend it? Because I watched like the first 3 episodes and then stopped. I think that was last season, or maybe it's been many seasons.
yeah, crazy old gamer. Sorry, I stopped pirating TV earlier this year, and I also don't have cable. So basically, I have no way of watching anything that's on TV in real time.
Okay, I slightly more numbers than I actually want, but I got 190.
Yeah, Capaldi seemed like he would be such a good doctor, but then
I don't think the problem is Capaldi, honestly. I think because I've been watching the new season, I think
Okay.
Capaldi's been fine, not like amazing necessarily, but perfectly fine. And I'm tempted to blame what's his face, because I'm tempted to blame him for a lot of things.
who, the producer,
The producer, yeah.
showrunner? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm tempted to blame him mostly for Sherlock, and that just makes me want to blame him for other things as well.
How is he running every single, like, the entire BBC now?
Because he made Doctor Who and Sherlock be popular.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which,
But
if I was a money man on BBC, I would say yes, you should have more power and authority.
yeah,
and
make more TV shows.
please make more TV shows. But he's like good at making TV shows happen and bad at ongoing plots for TV shows. Did any of you guys actually watch all of the last season of Sherlock? Did you?
No, I didn't. I stopped in the first season or the second one.
Okay. You were never a big Sherlock Holmes guy, right?
I didn't really like the adaptation,
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
and he just in general his writing pisses me off. Like the way that the Doctor Who spinoff ended always pissed me off.
Oh, I never actually watched the Doctor Who spinoff.
I'm terrible with names, so we're forgetting all of the names of everything.
The Doctor Who spinoff was called
The one in Wales.
Yes.
I don't remember what
It's
it
not
was.
gonna really help anyone.
It was called the region of Wales that it was in, I believe.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was called the space thing. It could also be the region of Wales. I just assumed it was a space thing.
It could honestly be both. Torchwood. There you go. Yeah,
Is
it
that
was
a region
Torchwood.
of Wales?
No, that was the space thing.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep, the one with Captain Jack.
Everyone loved Captain Jack, right?
Captain Jack was terrific. Is he ever coming back to Doctor Who proper?
I don't think things come back to Doctor Who.
Yeah, that is true.
Except, like, I mean, they either
Except he did.
either bleed between seasons
a
or they
lot.
never come back. Wasn't he only in, like, 2 seasons? Or, like, 2 Doctors?
Yeah, he was only in 2 Doctors across like 6 years.
Was it like
It was
6
the
years?
whole run of Torchwood. He was an occasional guest star, and for the 2 years prior to it, and then after it ended, he got a send off.
Oh, no.
You ruined everything.
I've ruined everything. It's fine, though. I should be able to solve everything.
Hey, Canola Skies, we are some people. I am Chris, and this is Zach.
Hello.
And we're
That's too far. I feel like we had the moment and I missed it because I put a maneuver up and then didn't realize that.
You were on the wrong side of it or something.
Yeah, can I fix this?
You still have plenty of fuel, though.
We have plenty of fuel. It's just like,
Oh, it's just gonna take forever.
well, because we passed it, which is not what we wanted to do. We wanted to just not pass it and then start getting closer to it.
Orbits are hard.
Orbits are hard. It's fine. We'll pass it the other way. Just go there. Just do that. Nope. Nope. It's too many orbits intersecting at one point. There we go. There was like 3 of them that are crossing over each other.
We're
in
gonna
various
need to
angles.
solve our space junk problem one of these days.
We really do. We don't even have the technology. I mean, I guess we have the technology of like launching a rocket and bodily smashing another rocket, but that seems like it would just create more space junk in the long term.
Well, what are we doing here? So earlier we launched a space station,
Which is right here. This is our space
and
station.
the space station made it to orbit.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a scientist in the space station. We're ready to do some science. What we forgot to do is send up some science with the space station.
Yes, very important.
So we're doing a science resupply mission with this rocket.
So this rocket needs to go be friends with the other rocket,
and we're gonna try and dock them together and do an orbital rendezvous. Zach we've done that successfully a few times in the past. So,
well, we're not gonna dock them. I just remembered.
Oh, we're not actually docking them.
Well, we can't.
Oh yeah, you didn't bring a docking port. Well,
they're gonna hang out next to each other, and the science is going to be collected from this spaceship and brought to the other spaceship, which will work just fine. Don't worry, that'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I think you can do that. Okay.
No, I know we can do that. That was always the backup plan if the docking didn't work out, but we forgot to add a docking port because we always forget something.
At least it's not the batteries this time.
Yes, at least this rocket will actually function, which is good, which is important. Oop. There we go.
So before we started the stream, I was trying to get a soda from the soda machine.
How'd that go?
As I tend to do before streams. It strangely. So I put $1 in. Took my dollar, typed in the number of the soda that I wanted, which costs more than $1. So then I tried to put in another $1, and it didn't take that $1. So I was like, okay, well maybe this one is just like too crumpled up. So I got another $1. Tried to put that one in. Didn't take that one. Got another $1. Tried to put that one in. Didn't take it. I found one more $1 in my wallet. Tried to put that one in. It did not take it. And then I asked for my money back, and it gave it back to me in dimes.
Wait, so it took the money?
It took my $1. It took $1.
It took $1. Okay.
And then I said, okay, well I've taken all the 5 or 6 $1 bills that I could find in my wallet, and it won't take any of those. So give me my money back, and I'll just not have a soda. And he gave it back to me in dimes.
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 That's messed up. That's deeply messed up.
Well, 1 quarter, 1 nickel, and a whole handful of dimes.
That's worse. If it was just like 10 dimes, I'd be like, okay, that's weird, but sure. But like random change?
Mixed change. Loose change. Here's a bad Doctor Who joke. Why was Sylvester McCoy afraid of Paul McGann?
Who were these people?
Paul McGann is one of the early doctors, I would say. McCoy is McCoy.
Okay,
yeah.
McCoy is McCoy. That's what I was mostly wondering.
I don't get it, Ouija Power.
Well, we need the punchline, obviously.
I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
You know, he said it a minute ago. I was still doing my soda story, so I figured the
So,
punchline was coming, but I don't get it.
We're doing 2 orbits, and we're going to do it properly this time. And
Answer because McGann hurt Eccleston. Yeah, no.
Okay.
All doctors' names.
Right. Lots of doctor names. Food stories.
An oldest guy who's once got in trouble for shaking a machine violently after the chips fell and stuck against the glass window. Yeah, you got to do that stealthily. I recently heard a story that contractors for the NSA have been getting fired because they were hacking the vending machines in the office.
Hacking the vending machines. That's amazing. That's a good use
And,
of government
just
resources.
tipping them over and kicking holes in them, too.
Oh,
but
well, okay.
Also hacking them.
That's way less fun. That's a lot less fun. So, okay, what we need to do here is we're going to add a maneuver. We're going to... Not that much. Okay.
But speaking of vending machines, I'm going to go get some more water. I will be right back.
Trying to get our separation to be very low. But I think we can... 14... For 3 and 2... Okay, that was our... Good news is 2.5 is, like, good enough. So we can actually pull this maneuver off. Which I think this is an easy... Jesus. It's an easy maneuver. Had to turn off RCS. So we're doing this. This is the fun of these kinds of orbits, is that the maneuvers are so small we can't even really use RCS, because if you watch while RCS is on, it changes where the maneuver node is, because it's giving us enough thrust relative that you can't really use RCS.
Oh, we have too many RCS thrusters?
No. It's just the maneuver I need to do is 0.42 meters per second. So if I use the RCS to get to the maneuver also moves, because I've changed the relative velocity of the rocket by nearly that much. I'm also just going to use RCS to do it, because...
Oh yeah, getting doubles from the vending machine is always fun.
I don't know if I've ever gotten doubles from a vending machine.
Really? You can't be picky about what you want, is the trick. Getting multiple items.
What's your doubles system?
You look at whatever's hanging loose.
Okay.
And you buy one of those, and then you'll get two of them.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across that.
Bags of pretzels and bags of M&Ms usually have that problem, because they can, on the ones that are dispensed from a spiral, they can sort of like hang in just the end of the spiral.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And if you come across a vending machine when it's in that situation, you buy that bag of pretzels.
This thing is...
Then you have to eat 2 bags of pretzels. That's the downside.
I mean, not always. Sometimes you want the second bag of pretzels and you don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Is that really the best we're getting here?
Oh, you've never seen the opportunity and then taken it?
Have you seen the opportunity and then not taken it? How's that?
No, Total Warrior is saying that they just get lucky. But I was saying that every time that's happened to me, I have seen the opportunity, foreseen the opportunity, and then I took advantage of it.
Should we just go for it? Maybe we should just go for it. I'm gonna say.
Wait, was that not what we were doing this whole time?
Okay, so there's like 2 levels of go for it. There's like try to get in the neighborhood, and then there's just like fly at the target.
It's like brute force?
Yes. And I'm suggesting it may be brute force time, because
if you want to brute force, then
I don't
brute force.
know how to make it much better than it's gonna be.
I don't think I put the number of an empty spiral by mistake, but I've certainly gotten a diet instead of a regular soda.
I've done that. I've gotten nothing from a vending machine before out of user error. Would not recommend it.
Not your preferred way of dealing with things?
Okay. I should just staple.
Oh, we are very close.
We're very close. We're going to be... This is our current closest intersection is 7 kilometers. Which is far, but relatively not far.
We could brute force it if you want.
I just want to see what's going to happen once we, like, are we going to keep getting closer? Are we getting... Yeah, the thing is we're still getting closer. So, I was going to stop warping it and turn RCS back on. And that is the target, right? That's where the target's headed. So that's the one we want to do.
You would know better than I would.
I'm trying to convince myself I know what's happening. So the things to watch here are, we want our prograde to be where the target's headed, so we're going to meet up.
You're going to have to also, like,
slow down
slam in reverse pretty soon.
Which is what we're going to do. I think it was a good choice to have this much RCS, because we're running through it.
I mean, you're using it like candy.
I am using it like candy, which is... Because this thing doesn't turn super great without it.
Oh yeah, where is our time to rel?
Yeah, that's time to rel.
Minute 40 seconds.
Okay. Just go there and stay there. Thank you. Okay. So let's speed up a bit. I'm going to start burning at 30 seconds, we'll say. So the time to relative distance is how long until our closest points, for those who don't know.
Wow, the chat is being weird today.
Because what we're going to do here is we're going to basically come to a stop relative to our target.
That's a nice new feature.
What's happening?
Look at this.
Okay.
See how the chat is hidden?
The chat is hidden.
And there's a gray thing above that.
And then there's, what is that?
This is our whispers. So I open that up, and that goes behind the hidden chat.
This is very useful.
Because military fighter sent us. Okay, now it's whispering directly in chat. We will we'll add you as a friend on Steam after the stream or when we take a break.
Yes, right. We promised to do that. So, on a break, probably. Okay, so now we're going to go head towards it again.
I don't know how we started talking about vending machines. Knowles guy says that this rocket looks realistic and like something that might work. Hopefully.
That's the plan.
Hey, Malthus. How you doing?
Okay, we got... I don't want to go much faster than this relative. I don't think. But we got 20 minutes till the next relative point.
Wait, we missed it somehow?
No, we didn't.
What happened?
So, you get your relative point, you stop there, and you go towards it again.
Okay.
Because you're like,
right,
zeroing in on it. You're zeroing in on it. So, we're going relatively quick compared to it, but it's going to take a while to get to...
We're doing all right. We are trying to... Is that it?
That's it.
Wow. Well, then let's catch it. Don't let it get away.
I don't know why it's leaving us. It shouldn't be leaving us.
Okay, good. We're 1.5 meters a second relative speed now, so...
We want to be... We're heading the wrong way, though.
Yeah, now you're heading the wrong way.
Okay. Now I just need to turn this thing around. No, I need to... No, I don't need to turn this thing around. I need to go towards it. Sorry.
We are really trying to orbit here.
And we're very close, as you can tell. We're very close.
You can almost see. You're going fast. You're going real fast.
12 seconds. I mean, this might... Once we pass it, this might be good enough. What's my time here? It's time to stop. It's the time.
Both relative times are 20 minutes.
Okay, where is it? That's...
I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it.
This is the least efficient way of doing this, but it's also the easiest way of doing it, which is why we're doing it.
As long...
What does that mean?
Did the space station disabled its SAS? I don't know. It's preparing for us to come in and dock?
I've got bad news, space station. So I'm just thrusting with a monopropellant right now, because we're very close together. I don't want to hit it. That would be quite...
That would be bad.
That would be bad. That would be very bad.
You want to
stop
right next to it is what you really want to do. Because aren't we going to need to have an EVA?
Yeah, we're going to need to
get the science out of the trunk.
Yeah, they need science EVA here, and then these things are just going to hang out near each other in orbit.
Yeah,
and
it's they're dueling space stations. This is a fuel depot. Don't worry about it.
Damn it. I should, that's what I should do. I should thrust limit this even more. We're drifting off slowly. I just want to not be drifting that much. It is a massive
engine, so you do have to be careful with such a massive engine.
We wanted the massive rocket. We said so in the stream title.
No, I know we did. I'm just saying, you do have to be careful with the massive engine.
Okay. And stop.
All right.
Are we? We're close enough. Yeah, we're definitely close enough for an EVA. It's a little scary, maybe, but
You're the one who's going to be flying that EVA, so
okay.
sure.
So this thing has. It didn't
Really?
It's fine. No, we have a bunch of science with us. That's why we brought all the science. Did we maybe forget? We launched it like 4 times. That's how I'm assuming we forgot. I forgot. It's not your fault in any way.
No, I'll take the blame for this. Sure. I did not bring the science with us. I should have packed the science. We were talking about packing science, but we didn't pack any science.
We have all the science we could ever want. So, did we also have a scientist who can come over here, touch these experiments, and let us do them as many times as we want?
Clean up the goo for us, huh?
Yep, that's her job. We need to log the data. Why can't... Okay. There we go. I filled up the hard drive, which is good.
So now
Can I just transfer it wirelessly? Do we have that technology? No. Okay.
So EVA time?
EVA time.
EVA time. Are you sure it's not drifting away slowly?
It's drifting away possibly very, very slowly, but she's faster than it, so it should be fine. See, like, she's pretty zippy.
All right.
I wish it was rotating slightly less, but beggars can't be choosers.
I'm just saying.
Oh, don't want to go down. These controls are... Can I collect it from here? Do I have to be closer?
Yeah, you gotta be real close, I think.
It said you could do this. This is the whole point of this device. There we go. Yeah, I have to be touching it physically. Take data. Now the return journey.
So that giant white line is just showing you where you are?
I don't really know what the giant white line is. I think...
Is there an axis that's pointing in the direction of?
It might be a tracking station, or it's pointing the wrong way for tracking station.
Don't think about it so much that you forget where the ship is. So.
Okay, let's...
Can you get in that? Oh, you can, okay.
It comes with its own. Okay, so now we should have data on this. She has data on her person. Where did it go?
Try storing it in the crew hatch.
Is there data here?
Oh, we don't have a crew compartment on this, do we?
I read a tutorial on this. Admittedly, a week ago. But she has data. We can also take that. Did that work?
Did it say that it had science now?
No, it doesn't. It says 0 science.
Oh, and
Okay.
it also has 0 electrical charge. The whole spaceship is out of power. Did we forget to put batteries
No.
on the space station?
How is that 0? We're on the... It's nighttime right now. That's why we have no
Do we
charge.
have to wait?
We
till
might
daytime?
we might need charge. It's got batteries and stuff. You can see them. I'm gonna try one thing first. I'm gonna try getting out, and I'm gonna go try. We're gonna hug the probe body and see if that if we can
Cram some science into it.
by force if necessary.
Because if we
Do I
totally
need to
screwed
okay.
this up again,
No,
I
no,
quit.
no. We
I
did
quit.
not. I swear we did not. Maybe we need the. I'm gonna go grab it again, and then I'm gonna put it on the outside, and we're going to go to daylight where we have some power, and then I'm going to also if I can't pick it up this time, it'll confirm that she's carrying it, which is very important.
No, the data could have just all gone away. The Kerbal Space Program, like, I don't know why you would think that's not a possibility.
Pretty sure that has no data in it anymore.
Yeah, I think she tried to copy the data onto the computers, but the computers didn't have power.
Well, that's fine. We'll give her some more data.
They are very similar rockets, the two of these. We made one rocket design and called it the Saturn 2.5, and it gets to space real easy.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's its whole job.
We've just sort of used that for everything.
Where's the... Grabbing the buttons is the hard part, honestly.
We need to get that upgrade that lets you have action groups. Although actually action groups wouldn't even help us here, would they?
They would.
Or we could start putting, like, pilots in our spaceships?
Yeah, pilots. Okay, she did forget the ones she had before. So she can't go into the spaceship. We're not allowed to go inside the spaceship. We have to transfer from outside. I don't know why.
It's user-friendly.
It's they want to encourage spacewalks.
So,
okay.
Where are we cramming the data this time?
What we're going to do, we're going to grab that.
Just hold on.
We're now the spaceship. Let's go to the light side. She's gonna do like
This truly is a Kerbal Space Program mission.
It's fine. We're in space. She's not. She's in no danger. Why can't I warp? You cannot warp when Kerbins are on a ladder.
I mean,
what? We have charge. We have charge.
Okay. Power's coming back.
Store experiments.
Aha.
They have It lied to us. It had all of the data all along. Ah. Okay. Review data.
So we did type the data into the computers, but the computers weren't on. But luckily, the keyboard just buffered it all for us. Is that what happened?
Basically.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. So
I can make analogies harder to understand. Ah, you can pick to process it. Definitely want to process that mystery goo.
I guess we just have to process. Okay. So we're not making a lot of science a day, but we're making all that science
half a science a day for free.
Yes. For
sounds pretty good.
At least 100 days. Half a science a day for at least 100
What
days.
happens after 100 days?
We
run out of, we need more science.
We need to give her more science. Yeah.
Okay. But we can just go over the spaceship.
That's right there. And
if
if they drift apart a little bit, which they will, we can just get them closer again and do the same thing. That was the mission. I wanted to dock that on here, but we forgot the docking port. That would have been cool. But hey.
Next science resupply mission.
We'll have a docking port.
We'll have a docking port. We probably will forget, like, the batteries or the engines or something that time, but...
If we could, I would like to get a rocket into orbit and have forgotten the engines. That would be quite impressive. Okay.
We are dropping on... No, it's raising. Okay, never mind.
So the
disregard.
The thing with electric charges requires the sun and, like, only some of the rockets getting the sun.
Don't worry. Never mind. Disregard me.
Okay, so I want to check on our moon mission real quick, see how that's doing. Our biomes
that has figured itself out.
Let's recover all of these clamps that we left behind.
So apparently we have about 13...
There we go.
Ooh, we do have moon biomes.
We need this to be more polar, right? We need to get 75%.
I don't know why it's stopping at that.
I'm assuming
line.
it's either too close or too far away at that sharp line.
then we needed to be in this orbit, but
Closer?
close enough
Okay.
or further away. But I was going to say we have about 10 viewers in chat now, so everyone say hi. Let us know what you would like to see us do. Now
Oh,
that
yeah,
we've
please. Yes.
finally resupplied the
I
science.
selected the wrong rocket.
We can now do something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent start of a scan, but
Yes.
we need
75%
3/4 of the moon
yeah.
to be scanned. So
Hey, Total Warrior. Okay.
yeah, I know you're here, Total Warrior.
Space. Oh no, space plane.
Oh no, space plane. We can do space planes.
Do we actually have the parts now?
I mean, we made that perfectly successful space plane before. It was perfectly successful, and don't let anyone else tell you different.
I'm assuming it's not scanning down there.
Probably.
Because we got, like, most of it scanned and then part of it didn't. So, just give us...
That's it. You just want it to be a little bit more circular. That's probably fine.
If it's scanning, like, here, then it's probably fine.
Canola Skies, yep, our most successful space plane kind of flew like 100 feet up in the air. Yeah, I will, Total Warrior, I will link to that unless you happen to have it handy.
But keep in mind, this is very important to keep in mind, that this was what, our, like, 10th or 20th
We did an
space...
entire day of space planes.
Also, it's not like we just did one day of space planes. This was, like, the third or fourth time we attempted to do a space plane.
We tried real hard to do space planes.
Yeah. So, just warps this maneuver. So it's scanning, scanning, scanning. Let's just make sure it doesn't stop here. Why was...
That is my
right.
tweet of the clip. So
I forgot how small Minimus is and how this rocket is like on a gentle stroll around Minimus.
oh yeah, no, it's in no fucking rush.
Okay.
And Total Warrior, thank you
Jesus.
once again for getting that clip for us. That was great.
Man, we should just take this rocket and send it everywhere.
Did we save this rocket? I don't think we did.
Must have.
I don't think we did.
Oh no. It's got a name. It's got a name.
Oh, maybe we did. We also did like 15 variations of this one, and we probably only saved the ones that we didn't launch. That's scanning almost the whole time, I think.
Just want to make sure it's going to scan the whole time, real quick. It does not stop. Okay.
It does not stop.
It
All
might
right.
stop for a brief second when it's obscured by the planet, but
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about that until
really,
we
really can't.
until we're like launching the SpaceX internet constellation.
I don't even know if you can do that.
I think you can have communication satellite constellation.
Is it automatically transferring a science?
Nice.
That would be very nice. Okay. So this is progressing. Yeah, we're 35%. It should progress. Explore the moon. Yeah. This one needs... How long does this need now? Oh, no, that's the one... This is the one that needs days, right? No, this is the one that needs days? Yes. 55 more days on that mission. Eventually it'll be done.
One day.
So space planes? Should we figure out... Do we have anything we could do in a space plane? Surface outpost on the moon? I think that's a little beyond our means. For 5 Kerbals, that's very beyond our means. Science data from the surface of Minimus. Yeah. Surface
Yeah.
of the moon.
Thanks, Canola Skies. They're saying we deserve more viewers.
Thank you.
People,
Thank you.
hundreds of people watching, just people with terrible quality talking about their day.
Oh.
You know, we try.
We try. We try talking about science and cool stuff. We did.
I really don't know what gets people watching Twitch.
We're doing this.
That's the bioscan. That's the thing that you just repositioned, isn't it?
Oh, no. Oh, that's the moon.
That's the moon. There are 2 moons.
There's 2 moons.
There's 2 moons.
2 of them.
2 moons.
Low resolution scan of... We can do that too. I'm taking this mission. I know our rocket has that scanner on it because they went up there and turned it off. So we're taking that mission.
Turn that one back on again, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Satellite in polar orbit of Minimus.
So it really seems like with what the science that we've scheduled, what
Yeah.
we really need to do is just like
Waste some time.
let the game go and stop actually playing.
We can easily do that, but
No, I know we can easily do that. It's not too terribly exciting for the viewers at home.
what I was gonna say is that if we go up to
Oh, if we go here, we can just go in warp 10,000 mode for a minute.
yeah,
I mean,
it's not like too. I also want to turn on the thing, but we can also mess around with space planes for a bit. We can't. That doesn't really like. Problem is the game is in real time, which I didn't really think was a problem.
until you started taking us some 60-day missions.
I got our moons mixed up. We'll send something else to Minimus. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. I like going to Minimus.
Okay, we're going to Minimus.
I guess we just go to Minimus.
We need to clear out some of these contracts because we can't take new contracts.
Yes.
We have one more contract that we can take or something. So
this is the one that went. I believe this is the one that went to Minimus. It looks like it.
Yeah.
It's got a person on top for some reason, but apart from that, it looks like it went to Minimus. Oh, this is the one we were going. Okay, this is the one we were going to send to the moon and then not bring them back. We could also do that mission.
IRL streams, huh?
Okay. Should we send somebody to Minimus?
I guess I could start streaming myself, just, wandering around getting lunch.
That's what people do.
I know that's what people do these days. It's weird. I don't terribly enjoy watching it most of the time.
I've never actually tried.
A Kerbal IRL
on a
space flight.
They won't let you crash their rockets.
Tell you what, Total Warrior, if you get me a ticket on an actual rocket to go to space, I will stream it and play Kerbal Space Program the whole time.
The whole time? You should take like 5 minutes to look outside.
Yeah, no, I'll spend. I'm going to be streaming it the whole time, so I will take a moment from playing and be like, "Look, we're in space."
I kind of want to send somebody to Minimus now.
Just abandon someone on Minimus?
It'll be fine.
You are cruel.
Mate, we should go to the moon. Let's just go to the moon and bring them back. Bringing them back is the harder part.
I still don't think we have the technology to bring them back. You can't do it in that size can.
We can't? Why can't we? Explain to me why we can't.
Gravity. The moon is very far away.
Well, I mean, okay. So that lands on the moon.
Yes, that part lands on the moon.
Yeah.
But then you want it to take off again too.
Mm-hmm. That's
how. With it and what fuel?
With it and what fuel? That's, I mean, yeah.
Because then, unless you have, the way the Apollo worked, right?
They rendezvoused in orbit, right?
Yes. So they had, they
had this basically.
That went down to the moon and then came back up again.
And then they had
a much bigger.
This, but bigger.
No, a much bigger.
Well, like
big
this.
Enough, no, big enough for 3 people.
Oh well, yes. Okay.
And it had enough fuel to get back to the Earth, and
that's why I can't.
And get into an orbit on the Earth
Mm-hmm.
where it wouldn't burn up in the atmosphere. This tiny amount of fuel is barely going to be enough to land and then take off.
Yeah.
Probably not even on the moon. On Minimus, you could land and take off with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to just piss all over your dreams here. Oh, that's real nice.
I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it's not going to work, and we'll waste like an hour trying to get up there, and then you'll have to recover them.
Yep. No, it's true.
We can do it. Like I'm not saying we shouldn't. We have bigger landers. We have all sorts of bigger stuff. Also, if you build too big a rocket, you'll have a hard time landing
it. I know.
Hello, Thangalang 21.
Hello. Are you moon landing experts?
Currently trying to figure out what we should do next.
It's really if we can get to the moon and back. That's really the problem with Kerbal Space Program is that while getting to the moon is cool, you get much more benefit from getting to the moon and back, kind of like real life. But I mean, we could just go and land. Huh?
I don't know what
Don't know what
where
you're
you're
talking
coming
about.
from, Ouija Power, but
Put
all right.
wheels on it. That's gonna help the landing.
No, you don't put wheels on it.
What is okay? What is this thrust to weight ratio in nothing? It's pretty bad. Oh, that's compared to what's it on the moon?
I mean, that's high.
It's high.
But can you land that thing
and then bring it home?
and bring it home? Can you get Kerbals in and out of it?
Yes. Well,
And then can you build something big enough to launch this from Kerbin?
I think this can launch it from Kerbin. We might need to. We'll look at that. I think that's the easier solution. First of all, this needs some other bits.
You're gonna want to decouple the
Yes, we're gonna wanna put a
put
heat shield
on the back.
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
These might leave. I'll just leave them on for now.
Need to leave.
The coupler.
You do not want your hydrazine tanks to explode while you're re-entering.
I mean, they'll be fine, right? They're designed to re-enter. Clearly, they're so atmospheric of their aerodynamics. Is what I meant.
I don't know if Kerbals use. I think you put that in the wrong spot.
I do think I did.
I don't know if Kerbals use hydrazine for their monopropellant, but if they do, I don't think you fixed that. Maybe you did. All right. Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe you do want it like that. I don't know.
I think maybe we do want it like that. I'm kind of. Maybe we should test this.
I think we should.
Let's
we
test
should
that.
test this.
Good. We're just gonna. We're having to reset this mission because the Kerbin might die because it's kind of a tall rocket. But there's no way to test things in Kerbal Space Program, really. I guess we could add docking clamps to it, but that works.
Okay, that's what you want.
Yep. I really wish there was like a testing bay. That'd be super nice.
Yeah, Total Warrior, I'm feeling the same way, but Zach thinks he can do it.
It's not going to be easy to land that, is what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
What if I put fins on it? It'll help in the zero atmosphere
No,
out there.
that will not help. Oh, one thing that will help, though.
RCS thrusters?
I was going to say something even more basic.
What is that?
Look at the bottom of your rocket.
I mean, you raise a compelling point.
If the legs are below the nozzle, it'll work a whole lot better.
It's kind of...
It's cutting it close, but, you know.
Let's do one of these.
Yeah, it's going to topple easy on the moon, too. Because it'll be real top-heavy.
Yes. For sure.
Although, I don't know what you can do about that. Other than make it, like, short and stout, but...
That's the only thing you can do about that. Pretty sure. Do we not have any lights?
If you have suggestions...
Yeah, please, I would love suggestions. All
shout 'em
suggestions. We don't have any lights.
No, we never got lights.
Okay, well, why?
What are those?
That is the wrong. I also only want one of those. Don't need 3.
Oh, that's the ladder. I see.
I mean, it's kind of high, so
It's kind of not tall enough either.
it will help.
Little boosters on it for to take off from the moon.
That's kind of an
That's an
interesting
interesting
suggestion.
idea.
Yeah, like put some what's it called? The
Well, I think the first thing you would do...
like these, but not
No,
even-
not like those. The first thing you do, I think, is put less of the main engine on it.
right. So it's less top heavy.
Yeah. And then put some small boosters.
So we go back to like this one. Because we almost didn't have enough fuel last time. And I want to avoid that scenario.
I mean, now you've got way too much.
No,
right?
I put this on here so I can...
Oh, just merely to take
Just to
parts
take
off.
the parts off of it so I don't have to go find them all again. Okay. Now our ladder is like the exact perfect length.
I
So
don't
we
know why
even-
it's not showing us the
These-
engine.
Is this not a... That's a fuel tank. The engine is attached. Put it on a separate state. That's fuel. I don't understand.
I don't know when it stopped showing us that, but
I don't know when it stopped showing us that. It's...
maybe save and
Shit.
reload.
We also lost the rocket. We're going to...
Just start all over again.
We're going to start all over again. Sorry, everyone. Because when I tested the coupling,
the
it
parts
just...
go away.
The part went away. Yep.
Oh.
What is this? Was the moon,
It
and
was Bad Moon Man.
it saved over it
Nice.
because it was the moon and bust, and it saved over it. Great. Okay. Well, we're gonna try to build that whole rocket again. It's always fun to build a whole rocket again. But we're gonna...
Ouija Power is continuing to tell us the story of Cinderella.
That's good. I needed to know that. What do you mean it's not an atmospheric engine? It's definitely not an atmospheric engine. It's still... That's amazing.
That's fantastic to know this, guys.
Yep. Thank you for that. No one claims that the stages just don't have any fucking thrust, which seems inaccurate to me. I'm gonna put
a different engine on there.
Put that on there. That's got thrust. That's happy. That's no thrust. Thrust? No thrust. Okay. What is that? Is the right? We determined that was the correct engine, right? So what would the small boosters be? I guess we could put like... No, that's way too big. Everything's so big. That's too big.
I mean, really, I would suggest probably the bigger... Oh.
Jesus, I didn't even realize we had that.
Yeah, no, they go all the way up.
They go all the way up.
I would suggest maybe the bigger capsule, because then you could put like...
Oh, you mean like the squatter capsule?
No, I mean like the multi-person capsule. Or do we not have that?
One probe.
We don't... never mind.
What? Hello?
I don't know why that part won't go onto that part.
We're having fun here. Don't say. Let's check what the... If you want to try like the real moon thing, which is a good strategy because it actually worked. We know it worked because they made it to the moon and back. What do we need? It's that one.
Right, the bigger command modules.
So we need like this. No, that
one.
That one. We need like that one. Okay.
I don't know that making it bigger would definitely help. It wouldn't not hurt. I don't know.
We can also just get this. No, this, and build a space plane. This has got like the air intakes and...
Let's build a space plane.
Should I buy the plane
just
technology?
buy the space plane technology.
We need... That's what we really need. Like an engine that actually can lift itself.
I think if we had an engine with a thrust-to-weight ratio of over 1 when you put a plane around it, then maybe we could have a plane.
Let's open our plane, the Condor 5. So one of the big problems with the Condor 5 is that...
I was never a fan of this plane. But this is
Wait, no, this is the wrong plane, isn't it?
This is your plane. I believe the working concept was the one.
Yes, this is the plane.
Oh no, this is the one that actually flew.
This is the one that actually flew. You want to see the working concept?
Working concept was the one that I built, wasn't it? Oh no, that was this one as well. Never mind.
You did something to it, or you built one in...
Did I build one in creative?
I think you built one in creative.
Okay, well, never mind.
We have plane bits now, like actual bits.
Yeah,
that
let's
go
put
on
some
the
like
plane.
airplane engines on this.
We got intakes. It's a big intake, but we got intake. Engines. We want... That's the basic one. We want the Wheezy. What is the problem with... Should we just relaunch the game?
Your attitude slider went away.
The altitude? Oh, let's try Kerbin. That'll help. That actually helped. Okay. So we got a
Yeah,
just launch this?
just launch this. Let's see what happens.
Do we need an air
Oh, you need an air intake.
We need an air intake. Just had those. Where does this go?
Like that. Sometimes a little bit more centered, but not necessarily. Yeah, this is a plane.
Should we put...
Hi, Joe, help?
Hello! We're trying to fly a plane. I'm gonna put a thermometer on it for fun.
Okay. Total Warrior, do you not approve of our airplane design?
Total Warrior, the thing you have to remember is this flew once.
This is our best design so
Wait,
far.
we need to change it.
And we've upgraded it with new technology.
I want to change one thing.
What have we done wrong?
The thing we've done wrong is that we have a jet tank, fuel tank.
Oh, we don't need the oxidizer.
We don't need the oxidizer anymore. You put a vent on it like
Yes, for the exact same reasons you would put a giant air scoop on a car. The plane engines need air.
Whoop.
Yep, that's a much better design.
You know, we could just do that. It doesn't. No, it's not gonna work. Okay.
It's fine. We have 15 minutes of flight time.
Oh, we do have. You're right. Okay.
Like if this works, we can go back to the drawing board and just have fuel and not have oxidizer and not make it look so much like a hot rodded Subaru.
So
but,
the main reason we built this plane so small was because of thrust to weight ratio problems. This was about the smallest plane I could build. And that's
I don't know exactly why we did a lot of things that we've done.
That's true.
This looks like it's about to airplane now. Like, I think it's probably like right now it's going to do a loop-de-loop. Or, you won't take off, but...
It's kind of going too fast. Let me try that again. The wings are too wide, maybe? I don't know how that works, Total Warrior. We just put wings on it. Let's try not thrusting it up all the way and see if that helps.
I agree that it seems to have slightly excessive wings.
We could take out, like, this section. You just lost some wheels.
Wow,
Airborne.
this is totally flying. Yeah, the stream is just called 0 Hours Played. It's sort of based on the idea that a lot of the games we play, we don't have a lot of experience before we start streaming.
Yeah, but we've been playing this game for months.
We've been playing Kerbal Space Program for 6 or 7, 8 weeks now, I think. Coming in towards the ground.
I noticed this. I can see. I'm trying to pull up. It's not really pulling up so much. Okay, we got a little bit. It's flying.
This is totally airplaning.
We're even getting.
You're going supersonic already.
Going supersonic.
I don't think this plane wants to go supersonic.
It definitely doesn't. But if I thrust down too much, it starts not flying.
Well, okay, so we need more lift. This is something we're learning.
Okay. I wish we had all the wheels so we could actually like land it again.
You got 2.
Good. I guess is that enough wheels?
Yeah, that's all you need.
We don't even have our backup plan. The parachute.
Disconnecting the fuselage of an airplane
is terrible.
And trying to land it with a parachute that's not a thing.
So we can actually take this thing around and like do science.
Well, this is our prototype.
Yeah, this is our prototype.
This is the proof of concept. Now we need to come up with a way of making wings that aren't like.
Okay, I'm gonna come in for a landing. I'm gonna see if I can.
You're gonna stall that.
Doing this too much turn.
Or maybe you're not. I guess it's a jet engine, so.
How do you?
Yes, we are learning. We're trying our best. If you want to give us suggestions, please do. Or you can just laugh at us in the chat.
Both are fine.
Either is fine.
We enjoy either. Okay.
This thing is totally airplaning.
It's totally
you haven't
airplaning.
even been able to make it fall out of the sky for no reason.
I haven't really been trying that hard. I'm
Yeah,
trying to keep it upright.
You're trying pretty hard.
Okay. I'm trying to turn around, which it really It's bad at turning. Build better shit. Try sandbox. Sandbox is like so aimless though. That's the problem. And we have like done that. We have a lot of rockets in the sky right now. Okay, we're coming around. We're almost there.
But we did sandbox one last week.
Yeah, we did. You built a huge rocket.
Zach didn't think that you could build a rocket that would leave Kerbal orbit with only a few parts, and so I proved him wrong.
And the other thing I didn't think would be easy was blowing a rocket by getting too hot on the way out.
Oh yeah, no, that too. Right.
And then you built a rocket that escaped. Then we hit the sun. That's the other thing we did. We ended the stream by hitting the sun.
Yep.
Okay,
You're going real fast.
I'm aware I'm going real fast. We have plenty of time to slow down. I claim.
All right. And we only have 2 wheels, so you've got half the braking that you planned this way.
It's more the stability that's the issue, and less the braking. If
I
I'm
know.
being honest.
I understand that.
Okay, I've turned off the engine. Turned off the engine. We're not
The
really.
fact that this thing nominally works as a supersonic glider makes me feel a lot better about our plane design capabilities in the future.
I guess it's all flat here, so it should be okay if we just do that. Okay.
Flawless landing.
Flawless landing. Slight problem on takeoff where we blew up half our wheels. So what do we do to this thing?
Better wings.
Better wing.
Better wings.
Sure. Let's look at our. We have new wing options. We have a lot of new wing options. I also like a better tail. Feel like it'd be easier
in fact,
to fly.
I think we should take all of the parts off of this plane and start from scratch.
Just go do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got this.
We want to start with the body of the plane.
Right. Let's put a fuselage on there.
And we want a fuselage that just has liquid fuel. Not that size.
We'll like one of those. Maybe even 2 of those. For being
Maybe
greedy.
even 2. If we're going to have 2 of those, we need to have an engine on each wing.
I would agree with that. I think that's reasonable. So that means we're going to look at the wings. So we got like this, which is like big and swept back, and I don't know. It's got 2.26 lifting area. We need these. We know that.
We do know that we need those.
Should we put like... That seems like a bad plan.
That's an odd-looking wing. Both of those, individually and together, are odd-looking wings. I don't know.
We got this. I know this
That's
is how...
a flat. That's not a wing.
I think it wants you to build wings. Got one of these. Which is just... Got one of these. Got one of these.
This is not better.
I know it's not better. How big should the wing be relative to the body? Like...
That sounds like a question for chat. Chat, which one of these wings do you like so far?
Like that, I don't know. Like we could also try. See, the other thing we could do is build like I only know what planes look like and not how they work, which is probably a bad thing. But
would you like me to get some like reference
Images?
material of what a jet plane or a space shuttle looks like?
So what I was thinking here is we make a cool looking plane. No, that's not going to work at all. I need another.
That's not how wings work.
Yeah, I want it to be okay, because I rotated it the wrong way. I need it to be.
That's.
It's still too square. It'll never work.
That's not.
I was thinking like one of those.
You're thinking of swept wings, but you don't know what they look like.
Yes. Yes. I'll agree to that. Wings are swept back even on the biggest Concorde? Doesn't the Concorde have like incredibly swept wings? We also, I think these are the wings we put on one of them.
This is Wikipedia's reference image for what a swept wing looks like. If you need
So it's
to
kind of like that.
Yes, that is a swept wing.
It's possibly even bigger than that.
This is like a
Yeah, I know, that's a big
giant
ass.
bomber or something. What is this plane? B-52 Stratoforce.
That's like one of the biggest planes ever.
That is a very large plane.
So we don't need that. That's nuts. Let's put one of these.
I think just the swept wings might be okay.
Let's give it an actual tail this time. What is the difference between
ailerons as well? I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, that
tilted
one's
different directions, maybe.
I guess so. What is Ouija Power? Ouija Power is telling us about Cinderella?
Still Cinderella.
There we go. You need ailerons, yes. Did this?
This is a real weird looking plane. All of a sudden again.
The tail's too big?
It seems a little big compared to those wings.
It does. And the aileron doesn't like this, so what if we put... That's not the right size. This one? No. No. That one. Not how wings work. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what these wing connectors are for exactly.
I think like you can go, if you flop that all the way around, you can build like a very large wing if you want to. I think. We need something to stick the ailerons on. I don't think it's going to work on just the swept wing. Put two of these on here. Might as well. That's not how
you don't
I
want them
them.
pointed up. That's not going to work.
Do we want them pointed slightly down?
If you have them pointed slightly down, you're not going to be able to land because if you're not perfectly level, you'll blow them up.
Right. So perfectly level it is. That's good. Those are big. Does this game want us to build like a plane that's like 3 times the size of that?
I don't know what this game wants us to do with a plane. I have never actually watched anyone build a plane in this game. I've seen them fly planes, but not seen them build planes.
Does that work? Even a little bit. Like with how wings work.
Yes, you have the flaps towards the outside of the wings more than the inside of the wings.
I was going to put 2 like this. So.
That's fine.
Okay. So it doesn't matter that they're at a weird angle? That doesn't... I guess all wings are swept, so their ailerons will be swept too.
The ailerons are going to be swept back.
I guess we'll... Okay, so we have... Where's our engine? Have this thing. It's a very stubby looking plane. We don't really want these because they're just so shit.
You don't want rocket engines. This is not a rocket plane if you want it to be a jet plane.
That's a... Okay, what was our thrust? It was like...
It was above 2. This might work still.
Might work still. Okay. Let's give it one of them. And...
Some antennae.
These are not good. These are... I think we want these. I think.
Probably.
I always wonder which way they should be facing.
I think that looks right to me.
Okay.
I would not rotate those.
But don't we want them parallel with the ground?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I thought we wanted.
The Total Warrior points out that you might want to put 1 in the front and 2 in the back.
Oh no, you're right. We should do that.
How planes tend to work.
I agree. You're correct. I don't know why they decided to flip upside down, but...
Because you moved it to the opposite side.
Oh. Probably.
Now they're backwards.
Yep. Okay. Just take this off and...
Start over again. That looks right.
I think it's still backwards.
No, that looks right.
That's much closer, at least. Here, now we just need to do that. Okay. And now we put this one in the front, I guess. It's a very low... Let's move these down slightly. Okay.
Yeah, under the wings is where people usually put them, but not Zach.
Fine, I will put them under the wings.
Well, then you get a little bit more elevation. If you put them onto the wings. Don't take them off.
Put them on the...
Put them actually on the wing.
I guess it'll probably help with our whole the wing touches the ground and explodes problem.
Exactly.
I'm not convinced that's how they usually go on planes.
Not quite like that.
Okay, so this is backwards. Just have to figure out how many times I have to rotate it and how I have to rotate it.
The Total Warrior has another good question. Are the wings upside down? I think just the connecting stuff is totally jacked up on the wings, but I'm not sure. This is a good question.
Okay, wait.
That looks close
Wait.
to what you want.
It won't
What are you trying to do?
make it.
Have you got them gimbal locked?
I guess we need this off. They're kind of like going that way, triangular towards the front. Is that bad or is that good?
That's
Probably
good.
bad? It's good.
If you're steering with the front wheel, that's good.
Okay. I want them, I think, towards the middle.
Further out, that'll give you more stability with regards to not blowing the sides of the wings off.
Okay. So
Tap on the left is cold water, the right tap is hot water, and the middle is lemonade. Says Ouija Power as part of his telling of Cinderella.
this is called a tail fin. Maybe we should use that. Should we do the two thing? I don't really. Or
I don't think the two tail fins helps.
we want snapping.
You do need it to be perfectly vertical, otherwise.
Otherwise, it doesn't steer good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a plane.
Air intake.
This is almost a plane. We got. This doesn't just. Okay.
You need the stupid ram scoop thing.
I mean, why not?
This looks a whole lot more like an airplane.
It does look a whole lot more like an airplane.
Like not entirely like an airplane, but a whole lot more like an airplane.
Pretty close. It's shaped like an airplane. Okay, we're gonna launch this thing. We have 50 minutes of flight time, which is ridiculous. What'd you almost forget? It's bouncier. It's a lot stabler too, which is nice. I already feel the stability.
Yeah, sorry, Ouija Power. I hope I didn't interrupt your telling of the story by reading a portion of it.
We're going that way.
Cinderella and the Magic Box.
Why are we? What is happening?
Maybe your back wheels are a little too cross-eyed.
I think they are. This is impossible. Okay.
You also don't want to be steering too much when you're going.
Well, if I
40
don't
meters a second.
steer and it just goes whoop, it's not good.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that. We will see you later, Ouija Power.
We have no horizontal stabilizers.
We have no horizontal stabilizers. That may be true.
How do I add them? What is? I've heard the term.
Front wheel further forward, says Total Warrior.
Sure. I'm just worried we're going to be pointing a little down at some point.
That's fine.
Okay.
If you're pointing down, you, assuming wings work like an actual wing would be generating more lift. That's what you want.
Okay.
If you have the nose pointing up, you won't be generating as much lift, and that's not good for launching a plane. Level is what you want. But
Yeah, level. But level is pie in the sky notion that we're never going to actually. It's a dream that we can hope, but never achieve.
Do you mean putting an aileron on the tail fin for horizontal stabilizers? I'm not sure how anything works in this game.
I'm worried that this is going to go badly, but we'll see if it works. Because I'm worried that one's going to, when I go up, when I go left.
You can turn off which directions those things affect, I believe.
Oh.
If you like right click on them.
Uh-huh. So we want pitch, yaw, roll. We don't want roll. Don't want pitch. I'm pretty sure. I think those are the right plain words. We want.
I am not a pilot, so I don't know that you want to turn them off for all of them. But if you're worried about,
do you remember the last plane? How every time I turned, it went like that.
yeah,
Which is not really how planes are supposed to turn.
Yeah, it is.
Like a little bit, but not. It wanted to do It wanted to go like that, which is not really what I wanted to do.
Let's look at what canola sky is. Ah, okay.
Let's put those on. We're getting advice. We should take it.
Probably.
Okay, so you're suggesting putting
stabilizers behind the wings.
Do we have something like that?
No, I believe this would be a smaller wing with another aileron.
Okay.
It. I don't know.
That's not a smaller wing. Nor is that.
I don't know what part this would be. Sure.
And he's got him like, that's too tilted down, but. Wow. Can you tell us what it does? I would love to hear what it does.
A horizontal stabilizer? I'm guessing it helps stabilize you horizontally.
That seems crazy. Let's turn
So
off.
are we doing this sort of like a bad version of what you were imagining?
Yeah, it's like a bad version of what you drew, at least. I'm gonna try to make the lineup, the aileron lineup slightly better.
Why do the ailerons not line up?
Because for some reason this snaps to a different angle than the other thing
Yeah,
snaps
no,
to.
I understand mechanically why they don't, but I'm talking about like this
doink,
seems like an
doink.
important bug to fix.
I guess it's going to Z fight.
Yeah,
not
Total
quite
Warrior
Z
is showing us an A10 Warthog.
A10 Warthogs are cool, but I don't think we have the correct parts to build one. Sorry.
But this is a much smaller plane. Like
Oh yeah, no.
this gun, I think, is about the size of that plane.
Probably only half, but still, yes.
That gun weighs the same amount as this plane.
Yeah, definitely. Have you, in the chat, you've probably seen a picture of the gun on a Warthog outside the plane.
Mm-hmm.
It's very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
We're just bouncing along.
Just bouncing along, reprogramming our stabilizers in flight.
We're still... Okay, the whole wing moves.
Yeah, you probably don't need the wing and the stabilizer.
Probably not. I tweaked the wheels, right? They didn't really...
I think one of the things that's happening is you're overcorrecting.
I might be. Yeah.
Like flight is
It's a
very subtle
very
kind
subtle.
of thing.
It's not like a...
Not like slamming on the buttons.
Okay.
It also may be too short.
Too short.
Yeah, well, yeah, because if you have the distance between the wings and the horizontal stabilizers is what serves to make them stable, and we sort of have a negative distance between them.
Okay. Let's just see. We know we have plenty of thrust to weight ratio right now.
I don't know.
We're getting less plenty. But if we just put another empty fuselage in here, we could also take the fuel out of one of these. What is it? It's structural, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems like it's worth a shot.
Well, isn't this a problem? Or is that not a problem?
What with the wings being too, or the wheels bean too far up?
I mean, let's see if it immediately explodes. If it immediately explodes, then we know it's a problem. But if it doesn't, hey, maybe it'll be correct.
Put on a fourth wheel. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Fine.
yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about
We're
it.
gonna launch it. What's the worst could happen?
You're only scraping the horizontal stabilizers a little bit on the runway.
They're for stability, and that's what they're providing. Stability. Okay. That was the best failure I think we've ever had. It just like farted off the back of the plane. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, if you move your front wheel back and then the wings back a little bit, maybe.
I mean that's smart. I was just gonna put a fourth wheel on, but
No,
That's
don't
much
actually put a
smarter.
fourth wheel.
now we have like not great distance again, but
Well, now you've got more of a distance between the front and the back. I think it'll work.
let's try it.
If we make this thing any heavier, you need to put 2 inches.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware. Do they usually go on a tail like a proper tail? These?
It all depends on exactly
how
how
your plane works.
the plane works.
Well, we're stable now, so that's fine.
Like, this is not a particularly realistic plane design.
No,
More so than the rocket-powered one
we built last time.
you built last time. But
We're here. We're on this part of the. Leave the ground, maybe? Do we not have enough thrust? Or lift? We left the ground less because we flew and more because
you hit a bump.
we jumped. Yeah. So this plane isn't flying at all.
I'm sorry, I know more
I-
about rockets
No,
and playing the rocketry parts of Kerbal Space
I understand,
Program than I do about airplanes.
That's, I think, even less how somebody who plays Forza is a pro racing driver.
Nope, that all adds up to me.
Look, I think here's what I'm going to complain. I'm claiming we're not Kerbaling this plane, and that is our problem.
Okay, build us a Kerbal Space plane, Zach.
The spirit of Kerbin is not. Why are snapping? I like how it's without snapping it snaps, but just worse. It's great. Need some of these. No, that's the wrong one.
Lightning wings. That looks like a big ass glider.
Then we're gonna put. Okay.
You should actually put the tail section on this thing.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Not 2 of them.
Not 2 of them. If you get it in the exact location.
And I hated pixel hunting in like point and click adventure games, and I think it's even worse in Kerbal Space Program.
Right, there we go. So now, if we put the stabilizers on, put them like back there. Now it's like a space fish. And let's put a big.
Sure, if this would help you to think of it as a fish, fish are just underwater planes.
Well, but does that add stabilization? Like, we can put 3. We can put 1 in the middle.
Don't go too crazy, but if it would help you to think of this as a fish
Fish are analogous
is a water plane.
broadly analogous to a plane.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they tend to be closer to neutrally buoyant, which a plane usually isn't, but, you know, that's a minor detail. Who's counting? I think for a plane like this, especially if we're still worried about scraping things on the ground, you might want to put the engines more Warthog style.
Oh, just like, right. Oh, yeah, let's copy the Warthog. It's a successful plane. And I don't think we're going to burn our tail off. I don't think that's a real issue
not
in this
a thing that
game.
happens. And then if you want it to look cooler, you could move the ram scoop back between the 2 engines.
That would look cooler.
Or you could put the you could put scoops on the front.
Oh, actually, we don't need this scoop anymore. We have the scoops in the front. Let's just tweak these positions slightly. I like how these are like designed for a plane that's like 10 times the size of this thing. I think
mean, they're about the right scale.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. I was just wondering if maybe I could like double up the wings, making them even bigger, but they're probably big enough as it is.
You might want to move the wings a little bit further back from the front.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. That looks much more like a plane now.
Canola Skies has a link for us. This is the most stable plane they ever built. Super easy to fly, but
We don't-
not at all realistic.
Have any of those parts?
I dig the pilot in the back.
Yeah, that's really sweet, actually. That's really sweet. I wish we had that, because that looks like a sci-fi spacecraft. It's awesome. We just have... We're playing career mode, so we have access to what we have access to.
I love how it wants to put the wings on the top, or the wheels on the top.
And upside down. It's like, why, game? Why? Okay, I actually did it.
Yeah, well, like Total Warrior, all the modern jet planes are so fly-by-wire that they don't have to be stable, right? I think that's sort of the motivation for that. Yeah, they're saying the exact same thing I was.
Are you guys making fun of my plane?
No, we're saying that most modern
okay.
planes are not designed to be stable.
Oh,
They're all flown by computers,
right.
So they
and the
don't
computer
have
doesn't
to
give
be,
a shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the computer doesn't care if it's like normally stable or not.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Can you get those any further down? Because I think that's scraping the fuselage. Rotate them in a little bit, maybe.
I'm just worried about the whole like, shouldn't wheels be parallel to the ground thing? But we could try that.
I mean, technically, wheels only have one point of contact, so.
Is it bad if I do that?
Do what?
I'm raising these up slightly.
That's probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we ended up playing. Well, we have a few mods that give us extra ways to get science, and then we ended up actually turning up the amount of science you get, so we can keep it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
I wanted to like try to avoid farming too much, because it can get a little tedious to do stuff like that.
yeah, one of the problems if you're trying to stream in sandbox mode is like after a while you're just like, okay, so what's
Yeah,
what's
what do we
the
do
biggest
now?
rocket I could make?
Yeah. If sandbox mode if there was like a, I love it. Does it fly?
What is that for?
Does it?
Tell me about that vehicle.
It's obviously.
Canola Skies.
I feel like those are manned boosters on the side of it. Why you would man a booster, I don't know, but that's what it looks like.
I want to hear about this thing.
Maybe it's like trying to get.
Wow, those horizontal stabilizers are touching the ground.
Okay.
I think they are actually touching the ground.
We're here, so we're gonna launch it.
We're gonna launch it anyway. Sure.
Maybe even I did not Kerbal enough. See, like the picture we're looking at is full Kerbal Space Program. You know what? We forgot. Actually, no, it doesn't. We don't even need.
You don't even need more than one horizontal stabilizer.
No, we don't need ailerons for some reason. I don't have any, and it's flying.
Huh.
It would fly a lot better with the two stabilizers. So I'm going to. Maybe the ailerons.
Space cruise. All right, as many seats as possible.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And no, it doesn't fly. The wheels explode and fall into the sea.
You might need slightly more wing, I would guess, or actually more rocket. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Launch vertically. That would be my suggestion.
I would not want to get in that thing.
No matter.
I mean,
how
launching
slow.
horizontally or vertically, really, but certainly not launching vertically. That
Okay.
sounds terrible.
We need the wheels to be lower.
I would just make your stabilizers level instead of tilted down in the back.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's try it.
they're only intersecting the engines a little bit. It's fine.
A little bit, just a little bit. I want.
Oh, you only screw with planes. Okay.
Oh, neat. I've never actually met a plane only Kerbal Space Program player. That's a really interesting way of doing the game. Have you gone to planets with planes? Have you like been to the moon and Minimus and stuff? Because I'd be very impressed.
I think you might be able to do that. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, you could launch a rocket more or less.
Nope, they just fly around Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of vertical launches that end up like that too.
You were a little too late to miss the first launch today, which was amazing.
How did the back of this thing get more top heavy?
Especially when I added bits to the front.
What happened there?
It's not gonna launch like that. I might even move the wheels slightly forward by accident. Move them back.
Oh, yeah, you moved the wheels backwards.
Okay, let's put the wheels here and then there.
No, you want to move them forward.
I want to move them forward, are you sure?
Don't you?
I think they want to be slightly further out is where they really want to be.
That's really what they need to be, yeah.
Let's put them in the middle at the joint.
Sure.
That'll go well.
That won't be a problem.
Oh, no, the Total Warrior is correct. The stabilizers were holding it up.
Yeah, you might be right about that a little bit. I don't know. We're bad at Kerbal Space Program.
No, look, we did it.
Wow.
It's level.
Haha. And so you've loaded this up with thermometers so we can go somewhere and take the temperature?
Yeah, that's the idea. Because that's what this would be awesome if it did. We're still flying. We're still flying.
It's still... Nope. There goes the engine.
Totally 100% survivable.
Yep.
Okay. I think that actually could fly if I just fly it better.
Here's a suggestion.
What's your
Remember how we noticed that there weren't ailerons on it? You don't
Yeah.
have to load every surface up with
The
ailerons,
ailerons.
but maybe like 1 or 2 would be a good idea.
It feels better.
Okay.
I
Sure.
can't really defend it with a meaningful, like, it's clearly better without ailerons. All I know is that when I blew off one of the stabilizers and it took off, it lifted way better than we ever did with ailerons. I don't know why. It shouldn't. How?
Tiger Shark says this is a one-use plane.
Aren't all
It
planes...
was a one-use plane, but now it's not even doing that anymore.
Okay. What is happening with the...
I think I can hear them in the other room cracking up at us.
Okay. Crazy suggestion. Question, also. Is it bad to just put more wheels on it? Like...
That's one way of designing an airplane.
If we just take this wheel and isn't there a way to like copy it exactly rather than I have to try to line them up again?
You could also, Tiger Shark is suggesting that we may want to try straightening the wheels.
Sure, we can try that. Oh yeah, they're not straight anymore, and we don't need them to be all weird and crooked anymore either.
Now those are pointed inward side though.
Let me keep adjusting. That I think that's where they want to be. That looks about right to me.
Doesn't look right to me. But...
How would you? Oh, if I turned off like okay, like that.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
That's a nice. Okay.
Oh, disable steering on the back wheels.
This is clever. This is a clever suggestion.
You probably need to be in move mode.
Oh yeah. Right.
Or tool mode. Whatever it's called.
Spring strength, damper strength. Brakes.
Maybe okay. So maybe these wheels don't steer.
Does
The
this
front
work?
one should.
Steering is enabled. Yeah.
Okay. So that wasn't the problem.
It wasn't
but it was
the
a
problem.
good suggestion.
It was a very good
suggestion.
Good suggestion. Okay. Come on. Hello? Okay. It could could be stabler, but
A lot of things could be a lot different.
it's true. Maybe I should get rid of these. They're probably not helping. The other fun thing is like about when it gets up to speed, launching speed, it really just starts freaking out. But we've done it.
I mean, a plane will do that without ailerons.
No, I mean the game starts hitching.
I mean, Kerbal Space Program's gonna Kerbal Space Program, so...
Where should we go? We can go wherever we want.
Not over the entire ocean.
Okay. Okay.
We only have,
We're going this way. Turns out we might be going that way. This is where ailerons come in handy, I feel like.
Also, slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Mhm.
Like, this is not going to be such a useful science explorer if we can't pick where we go.
Yep. You got a good point there.
Like,
It really wants to go straight and not any other direction. Total Warrior claims they're trying to make too many planes into one plane.
why can't we make all the planes?
We really can't. I can't turn around any.
Yes, 'cause you
meaningful
have no
plane.
control surfaces.
We have-
The tail is fighting itself,
yeah, the tail's
and
fighting
you
itself.
have no other control surfaces.
Okay.
And you're
Okay.
going supersonic.
Mm-hmm. But it took off, which is a huge improvement. It's a huge improvement. Okay, so let's get rid of these. These are just bad.
Yeah, I don't think those were helping.
Where do the ailerons want to go?
I would put them on
On here? Maybe?
Yeah, sure.
They really need a this way up arrow. They desperately need one of those.
Or like to snap on the part, not 90 degrees off.
Not intersecting, yeah.
Because I'd settle for that.
Sure. Like, I mean, that's how an aileron goes on a plane, I'm pretty sure. Whoops. Okay.
And Tiger Shark mentions that you could use the roll buttons. There are apparently roll buttons.
There are roll buttons. I could try that. It didn't work so great.
I don't know. I'm not actually the one flying these
Yeah.
things. So.
We got Q and E roll.
Right.
Um,
No, I know
Yeah.
the keys. I've used Kerbal Space Program. I've played it. I even played it a little on stream last week. I'm just saying, I have no subjective knowledge of whether that would make it easier or more difficult, or, how the design would need to go.
the good news is we're fishtailing way worse.
I still think that's part.
Okay, these are upside down. They have to be upside down. Sorry, everyone. I want to go up, and we're going down.
Okay. I mean, that's going to happen at least one out of every 2 times.
Well, there's no earthly way of knowing what's up and down on this.
It's the same texture on both sides.
Yep.
You could, instead of repositioning it, if you hit the reverse button on it, you can make it backwards instead, I believe. Deploy direction. Inverted.
We'll try that. I also want to try one thing real quick. If I hold Alt. No, it just won't. Okay, that's cool. So Alt encourages snapping, and it just doesn't. It's just like, nope, we're not friends.
I think this is the problem that a lot of people have with planes.
I would imagine so.
I don't know why they haven't fixed this stuff yet.
They were bought by Take-Two, so maybe they'll get around to it.
Yeah, but this has been broken like ever since they added planes. as
I'm
far
aware
as
of
I
that.
know.
No, it's for sure. It's at least been broken as long as I've been playing, or since the first time I ever tried a plane, which is ages ago.
Yeah, so like I know Squad's been having their problems, and like a lot of the things in this game are as designed, but that doesn't seem like one of them.
I'm not really getting that up feeling. Are you?
Now you're going up.
It just flies like crap. She survived. Jesus Christ. So did the back wheels.
Tiger Shark says check your center of mass and your center of lift.
Sure, I'll do that. It flew fine.
Yeah, then we started adding more stuff to it.
Okay,
That's gonna mess with your centers and stuff. It's like the runway is optional.
I went too far. It's fine. Okay. So, we got center of mass, center of thrust, center of lift. Should we lower these engines? Would that help us?
I don't think that's the problem that you're having exactly. You're talking about putting them in line with...
I'm talking about, like, putting them in line with... It's going to lower everything, which is unfortunate. But now everything's squarely in line, which might help.
That wouldn't hurt.
Tiger Shark says it looks okay.
It might not hurt to have your wings slightly forward.
Okay, we can move them back forward. Let's do that. Give them a little bit.
And no further than that, though.
Let's do the reverse maneuver on these just to make sure everything doesn't fall over.
Okay.
Let's see, anything else we can think of doing? Like, when I attach this to a plane, it just becomes crap, and I don't understand how that works. Slightly lower than mass? Okay, I'm not sure if we can actually accomplish that, though. We can. It's just okay. It's good.
No, lift is your light blue one.
Oh, lift should be lower than mass. Lift should be okay. Let's raise this up again then.
I think these are the only wheels that we have. Unfortunately,
these are the only wheels we have. Okay, I lowered the wings slightly on the body, and raised the engine slightly, and now we got lift just under.
This
the mass.
all looks like it should
Reasonable.
to me, so I don't know.
No, I need to be in the other mode. Okay. I don't want... No, roll's good. Yaw, I don't want. Maybe that'll help?
You should make sure they're the same on both.
Huh? Deploy extended, deploy retracted.
I
don't
never
understand.
have understood how these work, so I think if we're going to ever do this properly,
I should just read about ailerons
you
for a
should
day?
either read about ailerons or someone in chat is going to have to take pity on us and explain how the hell they're supposed to work.
The wheels honestly seem fine. Like, they're not ideal, but...
It would be nice.
It would
to have
definitely be
bigger
nice.
wheels.
It would
if
be
you're gonna
nice.
Make a big plane.
But, like...
I don't know why you're fishtailing so much, though.
It's probably because maybe that is causing problems.
Oh, that would be pulling you to one side.
Yeah, I should center that.
You're pulling all the way up. You're going supersonic. If you're not getting lift when you're going supersonic,
We're clearly getting, like, we're not going down. We're just...
Yeah, no, you're going down.
We're going down ever so slightly.
I mean, tell me if
Okay.
I'll believe it when you
So
don't
if
hit the ocean.
The thing is, when I turn it the other way, when I just say let's go down, we just go. So like it's clearly saying go up and just refusing to go up. Also, it's hilarious to me that you can survive a supersonic crash into the water.
I mean, you did have a lot of plane to blow up around you, so.
I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna take it off. Let's just remove these and do the launch.
You make zero other changes.
Zero other
Okay.
changes.
And you think this plane is
Just gonna go straight up. Like it's gonna
fly? It'll fly any way you want as long as it's straight.
As long as it's straight, yeah.
All right.
I forgot to adjust these. That's fine.
No, this is a control test.
This is a control
test.
test.
This is not an improved version of the plane.
Yeah, it's a
This
control.
is a control test. So it's fishtailing almost as bad, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
And are you pulling up at all?
I've started pulling up.
You're going awful fast.
Okay, maybe. Why was it pulling up before and not now?
Nope, that was decidedly worse.
That was okay. Then what we change to make it not go up anymore?
I think we may
give up.
once again need to retire as airplane designers and design some more rockets.
Yes, I agree. This is the working concept.
This is the not working concept.
The not working concept. We had more lift. Yes, we must have had more lift, but we didn't change the wings or anything. I don't understand.
You removed the tail fins. Maybe those were giving you some lift somehow? That doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right.
Covered some debris. All right. We still have a good reputation.
They only care if you fail missions.
I know, but I'm just saying we still have a good reputation.
How much is it to hire? Why are astronauts so expensive? I wish they weren't. We could go rescue.
Their families don't like it when you kill them.
This is we're paying the family and not the pilot. The problem is they get more expensive the more you hire.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad. It's only the price of a rocket. Let's hire Punard. Okay. What were we thinking about doing that we could do?
Well, you were trying to design a moon rocket.
We were trying to design, yes. Let's go back to the moon rocket, I guess. We got a pilot to strand now. It's a good start. Okay. I think I'm going to use the lander can.
We can also take a short break and,
think about it.
Think about it.
Yes.
The reason we had stopped was because the thrust to weight ratio wasn't updating.
Right. I forgot.
So if that has fixed itself now,
let's see. Let's do that real quick. And if it hasn't,
shove an engine on here. And if not, then we'll take a break and
restart the game. And it actually doesn't matter with the engine. It shouldn't.
As long as it's an engine, sure.
It's updating.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Thrust to weight ratio of 0.07.
I mean,
I know that was you don't have to do it again.
What is okay? No, is that the right one, or do we want a slightly bigger one? I thought there was an intermediate engine. Let's do that, and also that. It wouldn't be bad if our lander had RCS, right?
I don't know if you need to take a whole RCS tank with you on the lander.
I guess we could put the problem is our choice is either take the RCS tank or not have RCS, really.
Why can't you put one of the ball style RCS tanks on it?
Because we would like to bring it home. In theory, we probably shouldn't use this body.
The lander isn't what you're actually gonna. The lander is what's gonna re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
No, it shouldn't. You're right. We want the thing with actual.
I was gonna say, can I leave you at this for a moment and try running down to the vending machine again?
Please,
but if you're gonna make decisions like that, I don't know if I should.
Well, you'll just come back to explosions. Why can't I think right now? Okay. And then we want the couple.
All right, chat. Don't let Zach do anything too crazy. I will be back in
do this, and then the engine we've selected.
Oh, do you want anything from the vending machine while I'm down there?
I'm good, thank you.
Snacks or anything?
No, I'm fine. Let's see. We want. What's it called? What is the actual word? Parachutes. Parachutes are a utility. I don't know why my mind has gone suddenly. I'm gonna put some drogue chutes on this because I feel like they're safer. Quick, here you go. He's gone. More engines. We were going to put booster rockets on the side of this to escape the moon once we've landed, which I think is still reasonable. So we go to the moon. We have an insane thrust weight ratio. I would like longer burn time, honestly. I mean, we can thrust limit it. So now we have a base of 3. Let's go to a base of 4. And then, okay, we have to have a different tank that's better. That's worse. How do we not have, like, a... Like, this is too long. Is that what I want? I think that's what I want. Yeah, that's 4 minutes of... Okay. Lots of boosters and ailerons? I agree. I agree, Tiger Shark. That's what we're going to do. He's gone. He can't stop us. We can come back to the command pod. We have to remember to come... That's the thing that always gets me in trouble. Is I'm like, okay, we're going to stop working on this part and work on that part. And then we never go back and finish the other part. So we're going to put some these on here just to make sure everything works. We don't lose power. We have RTS, so we're going to put RTS on it. Let's actually just align these slightly differently. We need a ladder. We only want one ladder. Okay, ladder. That's about long enough. Put. So the thing that the way I'm worried this mission is going to end, I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Because, so, when we're going to get out of the ship, we're going to get down, it'll be fine. We're going to land fine. And then we're trying to get back into the ship. And we're going to jump and hit it, and the whole thing's going to fall over. That's how I'm convinced the mission will end. I just think we need all the fuel we can get to land, because I'm bad at a lot of things in this game, and landing is one of them. 4 legs is probably the right number, I think. We could go nuts on legs. Would that be more... That would be more stable. More legs is more stable. Place your bets. The real... Okay, so that if you want to actually place bets, do we get to the moon? Do we land up? Do we survive landing? Do we survive impact? And then do we just survive re-entry? Do we recover? Okay. Let's see, I also want some other things on here. Like, I want an engineering system. And a flight unit. And let's put a thermometer and a barometer. Canola, we've done that. We've gone to the moon and hit it and exploded. It happened twice. 2 times. Not killing everyone, but destroying the fight. Without reverting no to all. Okay, I'm glad you guys have a lot of faith in me as a pilot and engineer. I'm glad there's much faith in the chat. I think I want this. We can also just... Oh, that one goes wider, that's why. Okay. I want... That's what I... Okay, we're going to do coupling. We don't want that one. Then we're going to put an adapter. The other adapter. The other adapter. Now we're going to put too much rockets. Actually, no, wait. We should put one more stage before we do that. That's what I'm going to say. 1... too long space station. One of these. And I think I want this one. Are you guys terrified about the rockets? Now this gets a massive rocket underneath it, with probably some massive boosters on it. 1, 2. You won't be there? What do you mean you won't be there? Okay, lots of boosters. Nail around, place your bets. Kind of trying to follow strat. Okay. More fuel? Less fuel. What's this look like? Is that really? Oh, that's why.
What have we done? Oh, you were trying to launch this moon rocket from the moon? It would have worked much better then.
It will fly much better from the moon than it will from Kerbal. That's for sure. Much, much better. That doesn't burn for very long. Not very long at all.
I see the chat was giving you some good suggestions.
Yes, good suggestion.
Excellent.
No one believes we're gonna do it. Maybe we should put the twin core on the bottom. It burns for longer.
You have stages that have...
This is all stages.
Oh, okay.
We probably need an additional stage.
Yes. Your middle stage needs to be bigger.
That is even bigger than I thought it was.
You put one of those on, sure. I'm fine with that.
That's not.
Those don't do anything. Like, yeah, those are boosters that are the size of the entire rocket.
These have thrust, right? Yes, they do. Okay. They don't really have enough. They're liquid boosters. Okay. No, they're solid boosters? Why do they have... We're gonna want to remove these, for sure. We're not gonna want to bring them all the way with us.
No.
So... If I just put them on radial decouplers, they're just gonna snap right off immediately. They gotta, right? They have to.
Don't worry about it. Don't even worry
Well,
about
okay.
it.
That's an interesting interpretation of...
What did that? We'll put one on either side of the decoupler?
I think that is what it did, yeah. That looks... reasonable-ish. I want 3 just for stability, because every time we've done the inline rockets like this, it's just terrible to fly.
I mean, what you need to do if you want to make this stable is put a whole lot of...
Fin? Or what?
I was going to say reaction wheels, but fins would work too.
Well, both. Okay,
but like a reaction wheel down low, below that point.
Below this point?
Yes.
We don't have a big one.
We still don't have the giant one?
No, we got this one, which is like that size.
No, the medium
And then
the
tiny, tiny one.
I don't know, put that on the tip of each one of the boosters?
I might be able to, actually.
I don't think you can.
Can we put them on the bottom?
No, definitely not on the bottom. I mean, this is pretty damn Kerbal.
Yeah. Is there anything else I should bring to the moon with me?
Besides whatever the hell is on there.
There's a lot. Oh, communication
batteries?
maybe? Batteries.
Communication?
Batteries.
All of this stuff comes away from the heat shield, correct?
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
heat shield's up here.
Okay.
Did we leave all that behind? No one likes that. A life jacket? That would be good. Put some extra large batteries. And communication. So yeah, the detach point is here.
Okay. I'm just curious what the hell is going to happen here. Also, I think you may have a small problem with your staging. Which
I haven't even done the staging yet.
No, I mean, not the staging itself, but the building of the stage. In that your first liquid-fueled part of the stage has less fuel than your boosters do, I believe. disconnect the boosters and just let's see.
That's a minute and 15.
Okay, your boosters are not being counted in anything then.
They're
Oh,
almost
now they're being added as an extra stage.
Yeah. Well, if you combine
Okay, yeah, that's fine actually. Yeah, sure. Let's launch this thing.
let me fix the staging. That might be smart to do.
Another just minor suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
an aesthetic suggestion, not a functional suggestion. If you look at the bottom of the rocket,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I will fix that.
rotate 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It might be more than an aesthetic suggestion, actually.
Well, and I would have those
Lower? Yes, I raised them more than I thought I did.
I don't know that I would lower them like that, but sure.
The reason to lower them like that is so this is higher, so it pushes them
Okay.
better.
And you probably are going to want to hang this from a launch clamp.
Do you think I also want, like, some of these?
Ullage motors? We're playing Kerbal Space Program.
So not yet, is
not
the
yet.
answer.
Once we prove that this doesn't work, then we figure out where they need to go.
Okay. How do these attach is the real question.
Just one on the side. Or one on either side. That's
I think
fine.
one on... Yes, it might work to have one on one side. I feel better as a human being if I put one on both sides.
Okay, I mean, you're the one who's hiring the Kerbal who has to go in here, so.
Okay. Good. That looks good to me.
So we're going to do an EVA, plant a flag on the moon, take the sample, take the temperature, come back.
Plan. That is the plan.
All right.
Let's... What is this called? It's too much.
It's called the It's Too Much. All right.
I do want to check and see if perhaps we should pick up do science on the moon as a mission, in addition to our current missions, because
Which is to return from the moon?
this is not no. Our current mission is land on the moon, walk on the surface of the moon.
Okay.
Yes,
Just wash the top of this off a little bit.
but if we could just pick up science data from the surface of the moon, transmit or recover, pretty easy. If we do the other thing. Actually, that is a great name suggestion. I like it. I'm going to rename it that.
What's the name?
The USS Not Likely. I don't know if you can hear Tiger Shark, but Alan out there really likes that name. Okay.
Bonus points to Tiger Shark.
So how do you think this thing is going to fly? At all?
Oh yeah, it's gonna fly a bunch.
Perhaps too much?
The flying, not a
Why
problem
is
with this
it-
thing.
Okay, that's
Why is it
that's
moving?
That's my fault. It's okay. Yep. It's one of those.
Don't know why it's spinning.
It wants to. Maybe I can counteract it.
Oh, SAS is not a thing that we have on this one?
No, we do.
Oh, we do.
This is easy.
RCS, not a thing that we have on this. Oh, no, it is. Okay, never mind.
You forgot to put it lower on the rocket. if
You
I'm
did
being
a lot
honest.
of things. Don't worry about it.
I might wait until we're like done with these to turn.
I might turn off your main engine as well.
It's not on.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
not even a little bit on.
This is just the booster.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think we're turning.
Oh, we're turning.
Up. No, now we're upside down.
Oh, that's still technically turning. Okay, so it needs fins, which I forgot. I think that might help.
I don't think we forgot them.
What
We
is-
neglected them.
Okay.
You're going in directions.
Kaboom. Fins, yes. Tiger Shark, yes. Okay, the other thing I want to do real quick here is
Yeah.
I want to try to make these parallel with the docking clamps. This is mostly aesthetics. But I think
Did you bring the decouplers with you? Because I don't think you did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I wonder if that would fly better. Probably not.
You did not make those parallel.
I know. They won't. I'm gonna have to like tweak it a whole bunch, and I don't think it's worth it. It's not gonna be better like that, is it? Or
With them so much lower?
yeah.
Actually, that might be more aerodynamic, because now, like, if you look at the cone they trace out,
Mm-hmm. All right, we don't have a center of lift because we don't have any lift. That would make sense. I put them on the body, right? Or
okay, here's a wild suggestion. Put 2 on the body,
okay.
and then 3 on each booster.
I'm gonna move the docking clamps. Don't worry.
It's up to you.
So you're saying something like
3 on each booster.
we're gonna do this. Why can't I? There must be a way to.
Is there not a way to do that?
Because when I put them on here, it just goes, "Hey, you want 2, obviously." Also, why do I want 2 on 1 booster? Tell you what, there's a way to do this. Just gonna.
Oh, just put 1 of those, and then 3 of those, and then...
Move these so I stop touching them by accident. There we go. So you're talking about something like that, right?
Like that, yeah.
Okay. Just make sure it goes on the... It's doing the weird thing again. There it goes. Okay, now it's... Just need to get
I wonder
closer.
if what you need to do is take the clamp off of the other side?
Well, you can't take the clamp off the other side because you need to...
Oh, right, yeah. Lower was better.
Lower is better.
And also, I think one of the things that was happening was you're rolling around the edge of that. So if you don't have the rocket 90 degrees on the decoupler, that's probably what's giving you your weird roll.
Right, yes. Where would we put these? Like all the way down, maybe? No, nope, not there.
No, I'd put them right on that orange line.
Okay. Maybe I can get this one. This would probably be easier to actually make 90 degrees to the other thing. Why doesn't snapping snap?
Because this is Kerbal Space Program.
Okay, we're gonna look perfectly at it. We're gonna put it perfectly in the middle. Those are where they want to be. We're gonna look perfectly at it. Perfect. Actually, that's better. That's a lot better.
That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good. Okay. Sure. Save it. Launch it.
Yeah, Tiger Shark was saying the exact same thing that I just was.
Mm-hmm.
I think we solved it. What did we forget this time?
We'll see. Yep. I mean, that's not an issue, right?
We'll see.
Staging is fine.
I mean, maybe we didn't need that fin.
It was fine.
We didn't really need that fin.
Turns out it was fine. Let's turn off stability assist. We're not rolling anymore, which is good. We're at a slight angle, which I'm fine with because it's the correct angle.
Yeah, I think you just want to keep this ass on all the time on this thing.
Definitely at this point.
And oh wait, you don't have the main engine on?
No, there's no
doing anything.
These are solid boosters. We're going. We could choose to lose them and then have an explosion happen.
Yeah,
Or
ditching
keep
those
going.
would be bad. I think we just want to hold on to your pants, folks.
We're only
Getting out of the atmosphere, so
we're only a little burning up in the atmosphere. It's fine.
okay.
They're
Perfect
gone.
timing.
It was actually.
Perfect timing.
Actually, I don't need all that thrust
You
right
want
now.
to be a little gentle with turning over so dramatically right at the top of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I thought we were a little higher up than we were.
And the smoke just goes away.
You can't see smoke out when you leave the atmosphere.
Of course not.
Yeah, actually, I want to be like all the way sideways now. We don't need to go up at all.
No, when you put solid rocket boosters that are the same size as the rest of your rocket onto your rocket,
It goes. You go places.
it goes places.
It goes places.
I don't know. This is starting to look kind of likely now. Like
We
know,
have all this fuel too up here.
Well, your second stage is real anemic in terms of fuel, but or third stage, whatever it is, your other one.
I think this is not going to. It doesn't matter how down I go at this point.
Are we being
I think-
interrupted, or is the
No,
schedule being
I think the
updated?
schedule
Okay.
is being updated, which is nice. Yeah.
We have there's a glass wall
Mhm.
right here, and on the door into the streaming office, we have a whiteboard that says what the schedule is for the rest of the week. And Jordana just stepped right up to the window and stood there for a minute, and I believe she was updating the schedule. But it did look for a second like maybe she wanted to come in and ask a question.
Which has happened before.
Yeah, no, either
Yeah.
of those things happen routinely, especially on Mondays.
Okay. We're almost in position. And we're in orbit of a planet.
Nice.
Okay. So now there's the moon.
So we're gonna target the moon or just do
We
it?
should probably just target the moon. That might help.
I'm just gonna wait until the moon comes
I'll-
to where we're going, or we're gonna go to where the moon is.
Actually, can we do that?
Can we do what?
There we go. So we want to be.
Oh, right. Just skip an orbit until the moon comes.
Yeah, because we want to. We have all this extra space anyway. We don't want to waste that by trying to go the other direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. We want a slightly better connection, though. Is that about what we want? Because we want to be coming in from the back.
You're the one who's successfully flown to the moon a few times.
You say this.
I think you want it right before it spins out and starts orbiting the Earth again. Or Kerbal, rather.
Like that?
I mean, that seems a little bit hot. I don't know.
It does seem a little hot. We probably don't need to be that hot.
Are you on the... What is your relative ascending and descending node?
Oh, to the moon?
Yeah, to the moon.
Where are those? Do we not get them? Okay, let's just remove this. Maybe put them back. Yeah, there they are. Okay.
1 degree off? Okay, that's fine.
I think
That's
we're good
fine,
enough.
yeah.
We've done much worse ones than that.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't like 5 or 10 degrees off. 'cause
Yeah, that causes real issues.
Yeah. Well, that would give you the issues you were having with the
Last time.
intercept,
Yeah.
where it looks like your orbit is good from the top, but then if you look at it from the side, you actually are just escaping immediately. Just read the instructions on the side of the rocket.
Okay. There we go. Need a little bit more thrust, I think.
I think you'd rather be in a lunar escape trajectory than in a Kerbal orbit.
When we leave?
No, in the orbit you have after the
Yeah,
moon
yeah.
encounter, you
You
would
wanna
rather
be
be a
escaping?
lunar escape than a Kerbal orbit, I believe.
I can't find one anymore.
You had it there for a minute.
I
I
did.
think it's further back than this.
Like, you mean like that way?
Other direction. Like there.
Actually, that looks pretty decent.
I don't know if you'd go quite that far back.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go this far
But-
back.
Somewhere in the middle of where you just were, like there, maybe? I don't know.
Less thrust. More thrust. It's not even an escape. And I don't know. That's
Okay,
we're
maybe
definitely
that's-
getting caught in the. Yeah, actually, this might be fine. We're like, I don't actually know when you add the next maneuver, and we can actually do that. And then
Oh, just actually plan out the whole thing?
we can.
I thought we were at NASA. That's a lunar orbit. There you go. Perfect. Boom.
Okay.
Ship it.
Ship it.
Ship it. I mean, we're the ship.
There is a problem with this.
What's the problem?
You can. Okay, so we're predicting 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to warp 2 days.
We can wait 2 days. Can we not wait 2 days?
We can wait 2 days.
Can't you warp to the next maneuver?
No, you can't. When you add, well, for whatever reason, they decided that when you add extra orbits to your maneuver.
Oh, when you have more than one maneuver, you can't warp to the next
No,
maneuver?
it's not that's not the problem. If the problem is that
Oh, because you
we're
set
going
it
around
to
like
wait-
3 times, and then we do this.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You've orbited like 3 times.
it's still 5 hours. So is it now? I think it's actually okay. I think it's
That would be your next orbit, I think. 'Cause it started out as 2 days something.
Okay, let's warp here, and then we'll see if it's still like too much.
Yeah, if you still need to do another orbit. I just
No, you're
you've
right.
got it set up. I would hate for you to go past
That
this
would suck, and then we'd have to
spend
do
another
all-
15 minutes setting it up.
Okay. It's got to be 1 more orbit at least. Maybe even 2 more orbits.
Oh, okay, that is 1 or 2 more orbits. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're right. I'm wrong. You had described it as like 1 or 2,
Yes,
and then you did 5.
Yes, you're right. I thought it was 1 or 2, and then it was 5. Okay. I found a good way to do this. You do an orbit, and then you warp slightly behind to where you warped to. So I think it's got to be 1 more orbit, right? Yeah, because that's 6 minutes away, and this is an hour. and
Okay.
30.
Yeah, 1 more orbit.
Actually, we got a nice T minus here. Oh, that's the. Yeah, so
T minus.
warp
6
to next
minutes.
maneuver. Let's.
Oh, now you can warp to the next maneuver.
Yeah, because it's in this orbit. This is the correct orbit to warp to the next maneuver. Don't worry about it.
Kerbal Space Program, you dumb. You crazy.
Wouldn't it be super convenient if you could just.
I sort of understand why they don't do that, but
I would
it's
assume
dumb.
it's just programming issues, honestly.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm assuming.
Okay.
Like, I know enough about how they represent gravity and how warping works and stuff to kind of, like, there are reasonable compromises you could make that wouldn't do that, but still. Holy shit, this thing has infinite fuel. This rocket has
No,
infinite,
it's got.
infinite
Well,
fuel.
it's basically empty now. We need to leave it behind.
Yes, you are going to moon transit on your first stage engine.
Second stage.
Well, yeah, I guess you technically didn't burn it on the launch pad, so sure. Just say it has.
No,
this thing has infinite fuel.
You raised a good point. Okay, so we want this one because the maneuver ended up slightly different, so we need to do slightly different.
But it should only be within a couple of meters a second. Right?
There we go.
Excuse me.
Am I increasing the burn we're doing, or I've lost the thread? Okay.
You lost the plot.
There we go. That's what we want to do.
You don't have to worry about getting too circular moon orbit, because as long as you're...
I'm worried about, like, how much fuel we're spending on this maneuver. I know, like... Nothing. Okay, this is good. That's what we want it to be.
This isn't even your landing stage.
I know it's not even my landing stage.
You have to ditch this stage
I'm aware of
before
that.
you can land.
But then we get to, like...
Then...
We get to, like, get very close
Then
and,
it's
like,
hard,
try
man.
to figure out where we want to land if we have all that time to spend doing that.
Oh, you're gonna plan out a landing site?
We tried last time. It almost worked.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. Like
Too much?
Yeah, that just seems like way too much planning.
We have this nice map of the moon. We might as well use it, right? Okay. Or goodbye, Kerbin. Hello, moon.
Probably have enough gas to go back to Kerbin, pick up some more beer.
If you build your rocket too big, you can mess up a Zach number of times.
Like, I'm gonna say, because you want this rocket to get much closer to Kerbin, the first thing you should actually do after you do this insertion burn is to limit your engine before you even start planning your...
You limit this engine?
No, this burn is fine. No.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it again when
tell me when I don't have to miss the burn.
Do this burn.
And we're going to do it in less than 10
Right
seconds.
about now.
No, we want to wait until...
Right about
now.
Now.
Might help if the engine was on. Might help.
Okay, so what I was saying is the next thing that you're probably going to want to do is to make the orbit that you have around the moon more circular.
Yep.
But before you even start planning that maneuver, you should turn the thrust limiting on this engine pretty high. Yeah, 45, sure. Just because that was a 200 meter a second burn and you did it in 3 seconds,
Good
and
point.
you overshot it a little bit.
Yep.
And this is going to be like a 30 meter a second burn.
39.
You don't want to get too low.
Yeah,
because
right now in one burn.
In one burn, and also you still have to ditch this stage.
Yeah.
Which is going to end up as space junk around the moon.
Good point.
So, like, you want to make sure that's not going to be somewhere where it's going to hit something important.
It's still 5 seconds burn. Just when we limited the engine to under half.
That's what I'm saying. If this was a 2.5 second burn, you
it's
would
much harder.
overshoot
It's
this,
much easier to shoot.
and then you'd be back into Kerbin orbit,
Yes.
and then we would be sad.
You get Panar.
I guess I overestimated it a little bit, but still, or underestimated it.
Okay. I think the warp should have some
A little more gradations to it.
or just like options. Let's just like say I want to warp 10 seconds before the maneuver because I really don't need a minute for all maneuvers, especially when the maneuver is like a 1 second burn, which I do all the time. Like,
oh, I see. You want to be able to warp closer to the
yes,
next
because
maneuver.
it always warps you a minute out, and then you have to manually warp because you don't want to wait a minute. Because why wait a minute? And then you
So what you're saying is you'd like TiVo buttons on here. 30-second skip. Boop, boop, boop.
That's exactly what I want. Actually, a 30-second skip button would be amazing for this game.
It's got to make the TiVo noise, though. Or a little long,
A
but
little, yes.
I think you probably won't crash into the moon.
Okay, so we want to try to land on the day side, which would be nice.
That would, if we want to see anything, yes.
We could try with this big crater again. We're like, no, we're too low for that. We could pull up our nice handy moon map.
I think ultimately we want to land anywhere that'll have us on the moon.
We could go to an anomaly.
That'd be
That's
nice.
really
I don't
asking a lot.
I don't think we have the capability to like pick out a specific point on the moon and land there. I don't believe it.
So this, I think, if we try to land, like, I think maybe we try to land in this big crater.
I don't think we'll get any more precise than the 4 squares around that.
That's fine. I was zooming out trying to get the map for some reason. I don't know why. So, like, it doesn't have...
The periapsis is close, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That just means, you know, eventually when we need to catch this booster stage, you can just send a Kerbal with, like, a butterfly net. So.
I should also probably lower... I should circularize again low, right?
I wouldn't lower any lower than 20. That's...
Okay. Yeah, that's just a little too low.
20 is like literally catch the stage with a butterfly net on top of a mountain low.
Okay. Make sure that didn't go. Okay, we're good.
And you don't need to be circular because there's no atmosphere and nothing that you're going to rendezvous with.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you could have put a docking port on this engine and then used this fuel for something else in the future.
That would have been clever. That would have been like long-term clever. You're right.
Like that's a thing we should
just
possibly
start
consider doing if we're going to build 2 big rockets every time.
Just leave the end, like leave the tanks up.
Because then we will have scattered fuel depots for the future.
I mean, that would be kind of actually an awesome mission too if we just have enough to like hopscotch our way around the solar system. Okay.
It would be a nightmare to plan a mission that did that.
It would be a nightmare to plan a mission.
You
that
know,
did that, yeah.
It'd be fun.
I still want to rip that satellite out of the sky at some point.
Which one?
I don't know, any of them. One of the ones that's annoying. We have many annoying ones.
Then what I'm gonna need you to do is look up building a space shuttle in Kerbal Space Program.
Okay.
I know it's possible, and I guarantee you that like someone, probably Scott Manley, has done a series of tutorials on that. So. So here's a question: are you going to?
I mean, we could do that and then ditch it, and then
You can try and do that burn and then ditch it. All right.
actually that wouldn't work. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I don't want to die up here. We got so far. We're so close.
Go for it. You'll just hover on the other engine until the first one actually hits the moon and explodes.
Yeah.
Like maybe don't take it all the way down to quite a point. If you want to control where you land, you do want to kill all of your horizontal velocity. Though,
Yeah.
Because that's what killed us last time.
That is what killed us last time.
So you probably get closer than that, just not all the way to a point.
Something like that, maybe even.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you like you ditch your engines right before, like right at the end of the burn, you should be okay, I think. Or I mean,
we may not even have enough fuel for this.
Oh yeah, you got enough fuel for that.
It's a 20. Actually, let's. Because it's more efficient when we turn it up.
Total Warrior says, "Don't land too hard." Good suggestion.
Good suggestion. Thank you for your suggestion. Should we
what
extend
I'm
the
worried
legs
about
now?
Sure,
No.
why not? It doesn't matter. What I'm worried about is landing too hard sideways, because
Yes.
that's what killed us last time.
It is what killed us last time. I do sort of know what we need to do differently than what we did. It's awfully close. I don't know what that is. That weird shadow.
Is this a partial lunar eclipse?
Are we?
Or
is
is
that
that
our
our
shadow?
I guess that's our shadow.
Jesus. That's a weirdly computed shadow. It also goes away. It only exists if you look at it very, very perfectly.
I say it's a partial lunar eclipse.
How could it be? What's blocking the? Maybe there's like another planet out there. That'd be
I
impossibly.
Don't ask me. I'm not a rocket scientist.
Then we need to ditch this like immediately.
Yes, you want as soon as you cut it out, you want to ditch it, and then you're gonna. I would turn your pointy end up.
No, we're not gonna do that yet.
Not doing that. What are we doing? Oh, we're killing some more horizontal velocity. Whoop. Careful.
Wait.
You were facing the wrong direction.
I was facing the wrong direction. We're killing horizontal velocity.
And remember, you do have to be careful with this fuel because this fuel has to take you all the way back to Kerbal.
Yes. We don't need that maneuver anymore. So that means we have, which is the right one? Like we should be pretty.
You're gonna fall down in a straight line.
Okay. Not quite straight line, but like it's getting straighter.
You're gonna
as we're
fall
going.
down in as straight a line as you're gonna fall down. Ah, you went for the spider configuration.
I figured that since our rock is a little tall, that maybe having more legs is better.
Yeah.
Let's
Try not to land in a ditch.
It looks like we're gonna not land in a ditch.
Moon's got a lot of ditches, though.
It's
How are we looking on your map, by the way?
okay. We're pretty much where I wanted to go.
No, you had pointed to...
I
one
pointed
of
to a different
those.
crater. I mistook what the craters were. Okay. The question is how, like, when do I slow down? We're still pretty high.
You're quite high.
Okay, what is actually, that's a, how long until, I can't tell. Okay. This doesn't really,
Doesn't give you a...
time to impact would be nice. I would love that. Oh, surface?
Yeah, there you go.
Impact time, 2 minutes.
So I would say you need to fall for at least a good minute
Okay.
before you even consider enabling your engines.
So you should think I should start slowing down at a minute. Because we're speeding up all the time.
I know. You have 100 meters a second to burn off.
Right.
But you need to do that exactly at the point when you hit the moon. Otherwise, you're going to waste a ton of fuel doing so.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying you need to exactly hover slam, but the closer you get to a hover slam versus a hover, the better.
Yep. Better waste a little fuel than die. I feel you. I feel you.
I'm just coming from the perspective of we got to get back.
We're gonna slow down to. We're gonna hit 50, and then we're gonna stop. And fall.
Yeah, no, doing it this way is the way to waste the most fuel possible. Just so you know.
I understand that.
Really, what you're going to need to figure out is sort of how fast were you
So-
able to bleed speed off there.
It took about 20 seconds to get down 100.
So then now we need to do some math because
Mm-hmm.
you got to look at your altitude and your vertical speed.
Yes.
Sort of divide those out and figure out when you need to activate 100% thrust to cancel 100% of your speed at 100% of the time you have remaining.
Yep. Which it should be pretty soon. I know that, Iceman. I'm aware of that one. We want ideally
We need to
want
be
less,
much less than 50
we want
meters
like
a second.
less than 30.
We want to be like less than 10.
That would be nice. That was
You're a little high.
A little
still.
high still.
And like this engine isn't quite as powerful as you would really like for a landing stage.
Yeah, because it's got too much fuel on it mostly.
Yep, you got to deal with that momentum. I think these legs can stand up to 10. And we have a bunch of them, so that should help.
I'm pretty sure their impact tolerance is actually 30. like out of the tin. That's what it says.
That's what it says, but I think that means that you can typically hit like 10 or 15.
What is our, okay, we're altitude is
3,600 meters. You want me to start shouting that out? 3,400 meters. 3,200 meters. 3,000 meters. 2,800 meters. 2,600 meters. 2,500 meters. 2,400 meters.
We still got a little bit of horizontal speed, just enough to be
2,200
scary.
meters. 2,000 meters. 1,800 meters. 1,600 meters.
Do we actually have too much horizontal speed?
1,500 meters. Your horizontal speed is 7 meters a second. 1,200 meters. 1,000 meters. 900 meters.
14 seconds.
800 meters. 600 meters. 500 meters. 400 meters.
Awfully not
300. 250. 200. 150. 110. 50. 45.
We have a lot more horizontal speed than I wanted.
20, 18, 12, 10 centimeters now.
Yep.
Well, you're not taking off again, but we did get to the moon.
We just need to stop. We need to stop moving.
You'll skid to a stop.
What exploded? I don't even know what exploded.
One of the legs, I think?
I don't actually think one of the legs
No,
exploded.
not one of the legs. What did explode? Oh, your engine.
We're definitely not leaving now. Okay, well. Yeah, we were. I thought we had stopped the horizontal speed. I was tricked. It didn't look like it was going that fast, and you can't turn the rocket sideways when you're about to land. It doesn't really work. So we're coming to a complete halt.
We don't have brakes. Brakes are not going to help us here.
Okay.
I like how they just fall.
We're on the moon. Let's plant a flag.
Plant a flag a little bit away from... Well, too late now.
I might be able to pick it up.
Nope, you can't.
We need to plant it at the crash site.
If we were on Minimus, we might be able to write it with the RCS, but I don't think we can write this.
It doesn't have an engine. It's not going to go anywhere.
It doesn't have an engine anyway, yes, but...
If it had an engine, I would be like, yes, we should try to tip it over, for sure.
Iceman was asking how much monopropellant we had, so I thought that's where he was getting at.
I'm going to keep it anyway.
Well, we now have a mission for next week.
Uh-huh.
We have to...
land on the moon, but better this time.
What is this Kerbal's name?
Let me get back in the ship. Real quick. I should be able to do that. Not if it keeps lagging when I try to get back in the ship.
I love how they waddle on the moon.
Wait, I had it.
There you go.
Pinard.
So I guess our mission for next week is going to be fly to the moon and rescue Pinard and bring this science back that Pinard has gathered. So one interesting thing that we could try, if we are actually going to rescue this Kerbal, is I believe there is a way, while you're doing an EVA, to transfer fuel from one ship to the other without a docking port. You may need a mod for that, but I think there's a way of doing that.
There might be a way of doing
or
that.
a way of, with a rover or something, because then we don't need to take quite as much fuel, because we have a fuel depot on the moon now.
Is our antenna too shit?
Transmit it back. It's probably too shit and too
Are we on the
sideways.
wrong side of... We might be also too much on the wrong side of the moon.
Oh, yeah, all of these things, I think, are... Uvano is now following. Thank you for following, Uvano.
Thank you so much for following. Oh my... Also, I've realized the moon... I've remembered, rather.
We landed on the dark side of the
We
moon.
landed on the dark side of the moon, so, like, just waiting really isn't going to get us
Nope.
into...
Nope, ain't gonna do nothing. Well, this is all the more reason to launch a rescue mission.
Yep. I believe we can make him take all the science. Or do we need we probably need the science box for that.
No, you can, Kerbal should be able to collect more than one experiment, and then the other ship will have a science box on it.
Yeah.
And we can put it in there,
Put it in
or
the
you
science
can store
box.
it in the crew hatch. See, you can store experiments
Yeah,
in the
okay.
crew hatch.
We got it. He has the data on him.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we calling it a stream there? Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, I think. Well,
think it was a
it's
very-
tradition to end our streams on
The worst possible note.
Well, no, we try something ambitious,
Mhm.
and then rarely we succeed. But like
He's on the moon. He
this
lived.
this is as Kerbal Space Program as you get. We landed on the moon sideways.
Flew over it.
Yeah, Space Crane is gonna have to happen at some point. I still want to do a space shuttle.
Yes.
So all of these things and more will happen next week. When 0 Hours Played is back on Monday from about 1 p.m.
Okay, let me get this.
I know what most of the schedule is, but from about 1 p.m. to about 4 or 5 p.m., Zach and I are going to be playing more Kerbal Space Program. On Tuesday, tomorrow, that is the 4th of July in the United States. I don't know if you celebrate that where you are, but if you would like to come celebrate it with us, it's going to be myself, Alan, and anyone else who is free from their 4th of July plans. We're going to... are you coming or not?
I believe no. Sorry. I would love to come,
knows that.
but I do
So
have plans.
we're going to be playing, I think the plan is some Jackbox Party Pack. So if you want to get in on that, we're going to be starting around noon on July 4th. And then on Wednesday, we've got Partners in Crime. I believe they have finally finished Stardew Valley. Is this correct? Yes. So they're going to be playing something brand new that I can't tell you about. So that'll be Jordana and Alan playing some kind of new co-op story something game. Check that out. And then on Thursday, we've got Lasers and Lore. Got Alan, Malcolm, maybe Gus. They're going to be playing more Destiny. They're very excited for Destiny 2. If you too are excited for Destiny 2, check that out from noon to 4 on Thursdays. And then on Fridays, we've got the Untitled Show. And it looks like Zach and Gabrielle are back playing
So yeah, I'm going to be back, and I'm going to build a house with Gabrielle.
more Sims 4. So don't miss that. That is always a good stream.
Yeah.
And then this whole schedule repeats again next week.
Oh, so we are doing that. Okay, so on Friday...
Oh, yes.
It's a very special
Very
Sim stream.
special. A very special
Sim stream.
Sim stream. Our mother, because Zach and I are related, and Zach and I are also related to Gabrielle.
Mm-hmm.
So our mother is going to be in here, and they're going to play Sims 4 with her. So that ought to be fun.
We're going to teach her how to play.
Total Warrior, if you want to see a tweet when we get an emote, you will have to follow me on Twitter. I don't know what your Twitter handle is, but if you send me a tweet, I will follow you, and I will definitely keep you updated when we start getting some emotes in here. I think we're going to be discussing what we want to do later in
Yes,
the week.
no,
Oh, you
totally.
did follow me. Okay, great. Well, I will follow you back as soon as we get offline.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for this week. Schmuckco.live, schmuckco.com/live for the full schedule. And I will see you tomorrow.